Good afternoon and welcome to the Commentary Hub's live coverage of this Euro 2024 quarter-final between Spain and Germany at the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Stuttgart. By most metrics, the quarter-final pits together the best teams in the competition. The joint record Euro winners are the leading scorers in 2024, have conjured the most attempts on target, lead the way in terms of passing accuracy, and have conceded just 3 goals between them. And they have done it all in entertaining fashion, blending precocious youth and wise older heads. It will definitely be the match of equals, says Germany skipper İlkay Gündoğan. The two sides are probably playing the best football in the tournament at the moment, and it will come down to who deals better with not having the ball and at times not panicking. Barcelona's Gündoğan will come face-to-face with club mates past Rodri and present Lamine Yamal for one. A measure of the depth of intrigue. So strap yourselves in. Today is going to be a good one. And we have with us in the commentary team with me today, alongside me, Nicholas Jones, the co-commentator. Nick, there's some interesting changes in the starting lineup, and I'm just going to go through them with you. No changes for Spain. Germany, however, have chosen to relegate Robert Andrich to the bench and bring in Emre Can instead. And on top of that, one of the battles that most people have been talking about is Florian Wirtz and Lamine Yamal. Wirtz is on the bench, and Leroy Sané is in the starting lineup. On top of that, that left side has also had a change involving David Raum. David Raum starts ahead of Maximilian Mittelstadt. Do you think this is a wise move by Julian Nagelsmann?
Yes, good afternoon, Paul. It's certainly very strange the way you've been describing it, but I have to say that that this is a very bold move by Julian Nagelsmann. Although I'd have to say, Jamal Musiala with four goals, this young man really is a dangerous prospect.
So, with that in mind, Nick, how do you think David Raum and Joshua Kimmich are going to cope with Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams, their pace, their explosive play? How are Germany going to cope with that, and specifically, how are the two fullbacks going to cope with that?
They might be under a little bit of pressure because Luis de la Fuente has put together a really strong lineup. Spain, winners of their 3 group stage matches, and to top it all off, they have beaten Germany in all but 2 of their 11 recent matches against them. So this could well play to the advantage more of Spain rather than Germany.
How do you think the home crowd here in Stuttgart? I think it's for me. It's important that for Germany not to concede an early goal. But let's assume they score an early goal and the crowd are, on their backs. How do you think Spain will react to that?
It'll be interesting to see who will score first and how quickly the other will react to, and how quicker the other team will react. This is a repeat of the final in Vienna some 16 years ago. And but this match probably might have a bit more hype to it than then.
Looking at the Spanish team, I think many would argue that they have been the best team in the competition so far. They've produced some explosive play, especially with Yamal down the right-hand side and Williams down the left-hand side. But also it's important to note Rodri in the middle is almost acting like a quarterback, feeding the balls out to the left and the right-hand side. This is a challenge that most teams have not been able to take down at the moment. Given the fact that Andrich has been dropped, do you feel there's extra pressure on Tony Kroos at this point?
Yes, it could. Yes, yes, it could well be because Kroos might feel a bit more exposed. But don't forget, Spain and Germany drew against each other in the group stage match at the World Cup in Qatar. So this could well happen. So this could well happen again, should they want the match to go into extra time, which of course they hope they don't. But those you just mentioned certainly maybe wants to watch on the pitch.
Well, okay, let's take a look at the team changes for Spain. Well, they've not made any changes following their 4-1 victory over Georgia. For Germany, of course, the change is Robert Andrich for Emre Can. The other two changes were made in the game against Denmark, dropping Florian Wirtz and Maximilian Mittelstadt for David Rahm and Leroy Sané, respectively. Now, let's take a look at the starting lineups for this huge game, starting with Spain, managed by Luis de la Fuente. They start with Unai Simon in goal, Marc Cucurella, Robin Lenormand, Aymeric Laporte, and Dani Carvajal, with Fabian Ruiz and Rodri in the holding midfield roles, the ever-dangerous Nico Williams, Pedri, and the 16-year-old Lamine Yamal playing behind Alvaro Morata, who is the captain today for Spain. For Germany, well, the ever-present Manuel Neuer in goal, David Rahm, Antonio Rudiger, Jonathan Tah, and Joshua Kimmich with the unenviable task of handling that Spanish offense. Tony Kroos and Emre Can in the holding midfield role. Leroy Sané, Ilkay Gundogan, the captain, and Jamal Musiala playing behind Kai Havertz. The substitutes today are for Spain, the two goalkeepers, Alex Romero and David Raya. Nacho, Daniel Vivian, Alex Grimaldo, Mikel Merino, Alex Baena, Martin Zubimendi, Mikel Oyarzabal, Joselu, Dani Olmo, Ferran Torres, Jesus Navas, Fermin Lopez, and Ayos Perez. For Germany, it's Oliver Baumann and Marc-Andre ter Stegen and the substitute goalkeepers, Maximilian Mittelstadt, Nicholas Füllkrug, Nico Schlotterbeck, Valdemar Anton, Benjamin Henrich, Robin Koch, Pascal Gross, Chris Feurich, Florian Wirtz, Robert Andrich, Thomas Muller, Maximilian Bayer, and Dennis Undav make up the substitutes for the hosts. Our referee today is Anthony Taylor. He's 45 and he's from Wythenshawe in Greater Manchester, joined by the two assistants from the Premier League, Gary Beswick and Adam Nunn. The fourth official is Ivan Krasniak from Slovakia. Stuart Atwell is in VAR, along with Massimiliano Irati and Bartosz Frankowski from Poland. As the two teams have met each other a total of 26 times, with Germany winning 9 of those matches, 9 draws, and Spain have won 8. Of course, the most famous recent 6-0 victory for Spain over Germany in the 2020 Nations League. Germany will get the game underway here. They're in their white shirts, white shorts, and white socks. Spain in their traditional colours of red jerseys, blue shorts, and red socks. And Tony Kroos alongside the ever-present Kai Havertz in this tournament seems to have been ahead of Nicholas Füllkrug right throughout this tournament, with Füllkrug acting as a super sub coming off the bench. As we're just waiting for the referee Anthony Taylor to get the game underway. Germany will be attacking from left to right in this first half, and we are underway here. And Tony Kroos plays the ball long, looking for Kai Havertz, and that's just headed away by Robin Lenormand. And again, that time by Aymeric Laporte. And it's dropped back into the midfield. Emre Can just drops the ball back to Rudiger. Rudiger plays the ball long, and it's going to go all the way through to Unai Simon. And he releases the ball there to Laporte, who gives the ball down on this near side to Marc Cucurella. The ball's played forward by Williams. A quick layoff by Morata, but it's not the best of balls, and it's picked up by Rudiger. And one in midfield there by Emre Can. Cucurella falls all over him. It's won back by Fabian Ruiz. He gives the ball to Williams. Williams down that left-hand side, swings it into the middle. It's laid off by Morata, and the first shot on goal there by the number 20, Pedri. And it's a comfortable save by Manuel Neuer. But we've just seen that really good build-up, Nick, by Spain. Great football there.
Yes, indeed. And Pedri, so unlucky not to get the first goal in. But Spain, they come out of the blocks firing.
Well, it's certainly a good start by Spain, and it's to be expected. Marc Cucurella has just gone down, clutching his face. We're just going to see whether he is okay. The referee, Anthony Taylor, has just gone over to check on him. Let's have a look and see what had happened. Looks like when he clashed into Emre Can, it looks like he might have just picked up a knock. As he just goes over the German there. Not the most pleasant way to fall down at all. So we'll just see how he is. He's on his feet now, and we can get the game back underway. We've got live coverage tomorrow for you of England versus Switzerland. I'll be behind the mic on that one. And also later in that evening, we have the Netherlands versus Turkey. Join Russ for that one, and I'll be on COCOM. And the ball is now currently back just over the halfway line for this free kick, which is going to be taken by Aymeric Laporte. Laporte just holds the ball up here. He's just waiting to take this free kick. He drops it to Cucurella, back to Laporte. Laporte plays the ball short to Ruiz, and Ruiz's ball is out of play. Not the best pass there by Fabian Ruiz. As we take a look at Luis de la Fuente, he has done a fantastic job for Spain, putting together this young Spanish squad that has been so exciting in this tournament so far. Throw-in to be taken here by Kimmich, and it's flicked on there by Kai Havertz, but just nipping in and winning the ball back is Robin Lenormand, and Lenormand puts the ball out of play for a throw-in to the host, level with Spain's penalty area, and once again, it's going to be taken by Joshua Kimmich. He's just looking for options available as Kimmich drops the ball down there to the number 19, Leroy Sané. Sané is dispossessed now. Oh, and a late challenge there by Toni Kroos. And all of a sudden, the German players and the Spanish players surround the referee, and Anthony Taylor is sending them all away, and rightly so. But this is a really, really late challenge, and it's on Pedri. And Nick, that was poor, wasn't it?
Yes, a very poor challenge by Kroos on Pedri, and no wonder Anthony Taylor's trying to defuse the situation. The look on his face when he saw what had happened, he was furious.
Well, Morata is perhaps appealing for some sort of further punishment against, and so is De La Fuente. He's coming over and having a conversation with the fourth official on that far side, Ivan Kruzliak. And Julian Nagelsmann just goes back to his bench, hoping that this will all die down. I think it's perhaps worthy of a yellow card. Let's take a look at it again. I just wonder, though, Nick, if Toni Kroos actually won the ball there. Maybe got a slight touch of the ball.
Go on.
No, sorry. Go on, Nick.
Well, he may have done, but it wasn't enough. And I think Pedri, and I think I just saw Pedri limping slightly. I just hope he's okay.
Well, no further action taken by Anthony Taylor. Pedri does go off, and he's waiting for Anthony Taylor's authorization to come back on the pitch. As the ball is now back with Unai Simon. Simon's clearance is a poor one, and it just bounced off Ilkay Gundogan, and I don't think he was accepting it. But it came back to Spain, and here's Nico Williams. And another challenge there, this time by Gundogan on Rodri, his former Manchester City teammate. And Anthony Taylor blows up for the free kick. And it's now over to Yamal, who's taking on David Raum. He just tries to play the ball across there to Fabian Ruiz, and Spain just keep possession there. The ball was a little bit short, but they've kept possession. And here's Cucurella down the left-hand side and gives the ball to Morata, who puts the ball out of play. Because of that short pass by Yamal, we have a player down here. And I'm just trying to see who it is. It looks like it's Pedri again. And once again, in the face of the linesman is De La Fuente, and he needs to be careful or he's going to face some further sanction here by Anthony Taylor. It was a late one. It was Kroos who trampled on his foot. And Lamine Yamal there. It's Pedri down one more time. He's had a rough start to the game, hasn't he, Pedri?
Yes, he certainly has. And if he is substituted early, that will be a real blow for Spain because from what I've seen on the pitch, he is just amazing. But Luis de la Fuente will still have some players in reserve. But this will be a huge shock for Spain if he has to go off early.
Well, he's holding his knee, and Olmo now is readying himself to come on. Dani Olmo, and De La Fuente is still arguing with the official. But it looks like we are going to see a substitution, Nick, and it looks like it's going to be Dani Olmo and Pedri clutching his knee, and that is a real shame for Spain. And he looks in a great deal of discomfort there, and that is disappointing that his quarterfinal should end this way. And he looks devastated.
He did not deserve that, Paul. And I was looking forward to seeing more of him on the pitch, just as much as you are, I'm sure. That is just very, very unfortunate.
Yeah, we can only hope that he's not seriously injured and that he's okay. He looks devastated, doesn't he? He looks absolutely distraught as he's going off the pitch there now. Yeah. And it looks like we're going to see Dani Olmo, who will probably slip into that central attacking midfield role. Olmo wearing number 10 as Pedri goes off the field. And he's been consolidated by his teammates there, but an early substitution for Spain. And we hope that Pedri recovers very, very quickly as the ball is given back to Spain. It's in the hands of Unai Simon, and he just drops the ball there. He's just looking for options. He's going to go long, I think. He does. Over the halfway line, right-footed. It's flicked on there by Morata, but that's comfortably picked up by Kroos. Kroos gives the ball to Gundogan. Gundogan releases it to Joshua Kimmich, and it's now back to Rudiger, who goes all the way back to Manuel Neuer. Neuer just holds the ball up here and plays it to Rudiger. Rudiger forward to Jonathan Tah, and here is Joshua Kimmich. Back to Rudiger. And it's Kimmich again now as Germany looking to just maintain possession for a little while. Played forward. Wonderful move by Leroy Sané, turning Cucurella inside out, but he wasn't able to pick up his own dummy there. And the ball is played back into Germany's half of the field, and it's picked up by Rudiger.
Yes.
And Rudiger. Go on, Nick.
Yes, Germany have really got to take advantage of Spain's substitution.
It's cleared away by Rudiger here, but only as far as Cucurella, who allows the ball to go out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Spain, midway inside the German half of the field, although there is an offside flag up there by the looks of it as well. So we're just going to see what the official has actually given. As we look again at that challenge, and I can't help thinking that that Kroos may have just got a touch of the ball. That second one certainly didn't. And Toni Kroos responsible for both of those challenges on Pedri. Anyway, it was offside, and the free kick is going to be taken quickly by Toni Kroos. Gives it to Gundogan. Gundogan lays it back to Jonathan Tah. That's a good ball. And now here's Leroy Sané, just unable to control the ball properly. But it's picked up by Ilkay Gundogan as Germany coming forward for the first time. Kai Havertz now holds up the ball, plays the ball down the right-hand side. The cross comes in by David Raum, but it's comfortably taken by Unai Simon. And he releases the ball quickly, but it's been given away by Nico Williams, and Germany win the ball back. And it's Kroos, again, looking for David Raum down that left-hand side, but it's away from David Raum and goes out of play for a throw into Spain. 10 minutes gone here, Germany 0, Spain 0 at the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Stuttgart. As we look at the cross again there by David Raum, a poor one in the end, Nick.
Yes, I would. Yes, I would have had to agree with you. But that was Germany's first serious challenge at goal.
Nico Williams lays the ball off to Cucurella. Cucurella drops the ball back into his own half to Laporte, and then switched up with Fabian Ruiz. Cucurella lays the ball off to Fabian Ruiz again. He's got options available, and he finds it in Robin Lenormand. Robin Lenormand across there to Carvajal. Carvajal drops the ball to Lenormand again. Back to Laporte. Laporte just inside his own half, back to Lenormand. And again, Lenormand may just go to Carvajal. Instead, he goes back to Laporte instead. Laporte plays the ball forward here to Ruiz. Ruiz flicks it on there to Nico Williams. Williams just trying to get away from Kimmich with a shot by Williams. It was a good 25 yards out and he pulled it wide. But so far, both attempts that we've had at goal have been by Spain. And they've started off looking threatening early on. I'll get Nick's thoughts on that now.
Yes, Spain have really come out threatening, but they just need either luck or more attacking power, and once they've sorted out what they need to do to get themselves in a position to score, Spain could well be in the lead before half time.
Well, we're just going to get the game back underway now for a free kick for a foul by Williams on Joshua Kimmich. Here is Jonathan Tah now for Germany. He's got time and space. He slips the ball forward to Jamal Musiala. And it's now back to Ilkay Gundogan, but he is dispossessed well that time. And the ball comes forward now to the number 10, Olmo. And Olmo is brought down, and that's going to be a free kick, and we're going to see our first yellow card of the game. And it's going to go to Antonio Rudiger. And Rudiger has already been booked, so he will miss the semi-final should Germany get there. So that is on 13 minutes, and Rudiger misses the next match if Germany reach the semi-final. And that is not good news for Germany, should they reach the semi-final. Free kick is going to be taken, well, it's right on the edge of the penalty area, maybe 20 yards out, I would argue, just to the right-hand corner of the D. And we've got Dani Olmo over it, and also Lamine Yamal. It may be Yamal. It's certainly a good position, but Olmo as well. Two of them are standing over it. Manuel Neuer just organising the German rearguard there. As it looks like it might be Olmo. Referee just delaying things just to make sure the wall is correctly back. It is Olmo steps over it, and it's Yamal. Oh, and it just goes wide. It went right through the wall. And that was not really a strong wall by the Germans at all. It goes right through that wall, and it's pulled wide, and Manuel Neuer wouldn't have seen it if it was on target, Nick.
No, he certainly wouldn't. And why on earth didn't Yamal take advantage of a poor Germany defensive wall?
Well, you have to understand he is only 16, but he's doing well. But now Germany are on the break, and it's Gundogan, corner of the penalty area, left-hand side, and the ball is across now to Sane. Sane drops the ball off to Kroos, and a challenge there by Morata, but play goes on, and Nico Williams plays the ball over onto the right-hand side to Lamine Yamal. Here's Olmo now for Spain. Olmo, good ball down this left-hand side to Morata. Morata tries to get the shot away. That is a good block by Jonathan Tah, and it bounces towards the halfway line. It's kept alive by Aymeric Laporte and headed on by Fabian Ruiz, but he only finds Joshua Kimmich, as Spain look very dangerous coming forward. Every time they come forward, they look threatening, Nick.
Yes, Yes, it appears they certainly do. But Spain able to keep the situation under control just now.
Well, that's a good challenge there by Jamal Musiala, and the ball is played forward to Kai Havertz, and he sets Jamal Musiala on his way down the left-hand side. Let's see what Musiala can do. He's got David Raum overlapping. Raum in the penalty area. The ball is tried to pull back, but it takes a deflection off Robin Lenormand and just goes through to the goalkeeper, Unai Simon. But David Raum again down that left-hand side. And I think this is really why Julian Nagelsmann's perhaps gone for him over Mittelstadt. We'll get back to that in a moment. Here's Ulmer. Plays the ball down the right-hand side to Yamal. Yamal across to Ruiz now. Ruiz with that shot, and it's just over the crossbar. And once again, the German defence is standing off these attacking Spanish forwards. And they're going to pay for it eventually, Nick.
You do not give opportunities to Spain like that just by standing still. And Spain, I feel, are getting closer and closer to scoring that first goal.
Well, Neuer just puts the ball down there, and he just does a quick 1-2 with Jonathan Tah. And here's Joshua Kimmich now down the right. Gives the ball to Emre Can. And Khan's ball is a really poor ball, and it just deflected there off Rodri, but it fortunately bounces back for the Germans. And here is Toni Kroos. Kroos just drops the ball to Rudiger. Rudiger holds up the ball here, and he gives the ball to Joshua Kimmich now. Kimmich down the right-hand side. He's got Williams in front of him, but he just drops the ball back to Emre Can. And Can just drops the ball back into his own half to Toni Kroos. Kroos now gives the ball to Havertz. Havertz back to Kroos. Kroos holds the ball up and finds Joshua Kimmich down the right. And Spain have set up their defensive alignment really, really well. They're almost flooding the midfield. I count 6 midfielders there. Just flooding that midfield, really making it difficult for Germany. Here is Toni Kroos. He gets the ball across to Raum. And Gundogan back to Raum. And now here's Musiala down the left-hand side. Drops the ball back there to Gundogan. Gundogan back to Tah. Kroos gives the ball back there to Jonathan Tah in an advanced position. Gives the ball to Can. And Can finds the number 6, Joshua Kimmich. And he sets off Leroy Sané on his way. Sané tried to pull the ball across into the middle where Gundogan was. But in the end, it was a good interception and out of play there. By Fabian Ruiz, and here is Rudiger. Rudiger drops the ball back to Tah, and it's a good ball by Kroos. Oh, he finds Kimmich, but he's in an offside position, and that move breaks down for Germany. But finally, a little possession for Germany, well, it was a really long ball. I'm not sure whether that was offside. It looked level to me there, Nick.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't really tell whether it was offside either, to be honest, Paul.
Oh, well, we've had a couple of comments in the comment section. One from Manny, using this chat for a Chinese stream. What have I done? Well, we hope you're enjoying the commentary. And Mike Hardeman says, good evening, fellas. Hope you're okay. Thanks, Mike. I hope you're well. And you're having a good day, my friend. As the ball is now with Ruiz. He plays the ball forward to Omri there, but it drops back to Cucurella. Cucurella to Laporte. And Laporte just drops the ball back to Simeon. Simeon plays the ball long. And just chasing that one is Olmo, but that's a good interception by Rudiger. It falls kindly for Joshua Kimmich down the right. He crosses the ball into the middle. And that's just headed out of play, or not out of play, rather out of the penalty area. And it breaks loose here for Jonathan Tah. And that was Robin Lenormand with a header. Here's Tah. And Jamal Musiala picks it up in the centre circle. Gives the ball to Rudiger. Rudiger pulls the ball up here for Emre Can. Nice ball to Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan plays the ball down the right-hand side to Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich getting to the byline, tries to get the cross in. Havertz with a header! And that's Germany's first clear chance at goal. And Unai Simon gets down and makes the save. And just down to his right-hand side from Kai Havertz, that was real hang time by Havertz. Got up with a header there, but he's just not able to beat Unai Simon. Bit too close to the goalkeeper there, Nick.
Beautiful header by Kai Havertz, but Unai Simon able to read that.
Well, he clears the ball downfield, Unai Simon. It's right down to his opposite number, Manuel Neuer. And it's back with Toni Kroos. He gives the ball forward there to David Raum. And here's Jamal Musiala. Is surrounded there by Rodri and Carvajal. Spain win the ball back, and it's now with Robin Lenormand. Lenormand decides to go all the way back to Simeon, and we are still 0-0 with 21 minutes gone. But it's safe to say that Spain have looked a little bit more threatening than Germany in this first half, Nick.
I would have to think so too, and it's good that for them it's good that they're able to keep this attacking strength going. I mean, Germany have caught up, but Spain, for me, are just about in front.
Well, it's with Manuel Neuer, and he releases the ball there to Kimmich. Kimmich just dropped the ball back there to Rudiger. It's kept in play though by Leroy Sané. And that's a poor ball though by Sané, and that's not for the first time in this game. Here's Ruiz and Cucurella now for Spain. Gets the ball down to the left-hand side to Nico Williams. He's got Kimmich in front of him, and he drops the ball back to Cucurella. Back to Ruiz. And now here's Aymeric Laporte. Laporte is about 20 yards out. Strikes a shot, Laporte. And it's right at Manuel Neuer, who just spilled it slightly, but easily recovers. I can tell you that was right at Manuel Neuer, but he almost spilled it there. And closing in was Morata. So it's a good job he recovered there, Manuel Neuer. Here's Rudiger. Spain 0, Germany 0. 22 minutes gone here at the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Stuttgart, as Rudiger plays the ball all the way back to the goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer. And it's now with Jonathan Tah. And across there to Rudiger. Rudiger plays the ball to Kimmich. Kimmich drops the ball back to Rudiger. Rudiger's got options left and right. He decides to go to Toni Kroos. Kroos holds the ball up. He's just inside his own half. He plays the ball to Kimmich down the right-hand side. Kimmich has got Williams in front of him. Goes back to Rudiger. Rudiger on the halfway line, making a run on the left-hand side, though, is David Raum, but he decides to go short and gave the ball to Leroy Sané. And Sané, once again, plays a poor ball out of play. And it is a throw-in for Spain. And Nick, Leroy Sané has given the ball away about 3 or 4 times in this first half. And it's certainly not looked that good at the moment. Here he is on the ball now, though. He drops the ball back to Kimmich. Kimmich again. His attack going towards the byline. Kimmich, is he fouled there? The referee has said yes, along with the linesman on this near side. The foul that time by the number 7 for Spain, Alvaro Morata. It'll be a free kick for Germany in a pretty dangerous position, Nick.
Yes. Germany could well take advantage of this free kick. Well, at least they hope to.
Well, the free kick is just a yard or so in from the touchline down the right-hand side. Joshua Kimmich may be taking this. He may leave it to Toni Kroos, but we'll see. In the box there is Rudiger, Gundogan, Tah, and Kimmich, as Kimmich in the penalty area. Kai Havertz is also there. He's had a free header in this first half as well. It is Toni Kroos that's going to swing the ball in, and he does. And the heads go up. It's headed on there by Jonathan Tah, but there's not enough direction there to aim it to any of his fellow German players. And Nico Williams is trying to break away, but there was a foul on David Raum, and it's going to be a free kick to Germany once again, this time midway inside Spain's half of the field. And the referee is now looking at something. Let's just take a look. Well, that really wasn't a foul by Nico Williams. I think Raum stumbled. That didn't look like a free kick to me. I don't know about you, Nick, but that didn't really look like anything to me.
I initially thought that Williams had committed the foul, but what you're saying kind of makes it seem about 50-50.
Well, the free kick has got is right in the midway inside the Spanish half, and it's a high line by Spain outside the 18-yard box. It's swung in by Kroos. Rudiger going over to chase it, and it looks like it's flicked out of play by Aymeric Laporte for Germany's first corner of the game. We've had a couple more comments from Mike. Neuer is not as good as he used to be. Goes back to when we, and that he's an Arsenal fan, played Bayern. He was very lucky not to give away a penalty that day, and he has made a lot more mistakes in him now than he used to. Well, I would agree with that, Mike. I mean, I don't think he's up to the level that he once was. I still think he's a fine goalkeeper, but not up to perhaps the level that he once was. And we're going to see at the end of this tournament whether this is his last one or whether he's going to try and do one more in the World Cup. But it's a corner for Germany. As they've filled the penalty area again. Kimmich, Rudiger, Tar, all in there. Gundogan, Kai Havertz. It's outswung by Kroos. And the header just misses Tar. It's headed back in again, though, by Musiala. But Unai Simon gets up and plucks the ball out of the air from the challenge from Kai Havertz. Good goalkeeping there, Nick.
Yes, absolutely brilliant goalkeeping from Unai Simon. Just goes to show that he is a key. Just goes to show that he's a key man in Spain's playing.
Here goes Nico Williams down the left-hand side now. He beats Sane. Can he get the crossing? Williams, it goes to the back post. But David Raum is just ahead of Yamal. And he clears the ball there, but not the greatest clearance by David Raum. And the ball comes back to Yamal, but it's a foul by David Raum. And it's going to be a free kick on Dani Carvajal. And a yellow card for David Raum for his trouble. But that really was a poor clearance by David Raum, Nick.
Yes, it certainly was, and I don't think his feet even got to the ball. Just having another look at it, and there's the confirmation. No foot on the ball, just a nasty challenge, and down went Carvajal.
Well, it's going to be a free kick now for Spain, and it's just about several yards in from the touchline, and there is two over it, and have a guess who it is. It's you got it. It's Nico Williams and Yamal standing over this one. Excuse me. Inside the penalty area, Rodrigo, Laporte, Morata, Lenormand, all in there. Perhaps it's going to be Williams. It is Williams. He swings that ball in, and it's headed up in the air by Jonathan Tah. Headed out to Kroos, but it's knocked in by Olmo. Back to Morata, who heads the ball. Rudiger heads the ball out again. And it's headed back in again by Morata, but there has been an infraction as we take a look at this possible foul on Toni Kroos by Lenormand, as Olmo there just tried to get the shot away, and Gundogan just trying to get a block in the way there as well. So it's going to be a free kick to Germany, and it's going to be taken by Manuel Neuer. As we've had 29 minutes gone here at the Mercedes-Benz Arena. It is Spain 0, Germany 0. And at the moment, Spain just looking the better side in this first half. But there is a foul there on Ilkay Gundogan by Robin Lenormand. And he is going to get a yellow card himself, is Lenormand. And he also misses the next game. So Spain get through to the semi-finals. Robin Lenormand will miss the next match. Of course, at the semi-final stage, this all gets wiped out. But Robin Lenormand will miss the semi-final if Spain get there. So La Fuente there just looks on with some concern. The winners of this match in the semi-final in Munich will take on either France or Portugal. Here's Jonathan Tah. Gives the ball to Emre Can. Back to Tah. Tah plays the ball over on the left-hand side, and it's David Raum. Back to Tah. And Musiala gives the ball back to Toni Kroos, to Emre Can. Tah to Raum. Raum goes and attacks the left-hand side. Corner of the penalty area is David Raum. He pulls it back to Can. Can just trying to get ahead of Williams. He manages to keep possession, does Can. And the ball is played over to the right-hand side to Leroy Sané, but Cucurella gets there first and heads the ball out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in, level with the Spanish penalty area down the right-hand side. Toni Kroos now has the ball. It's given to Musiala, to Kimmich. Kimmich just holds off getting the cross in that time. And he pulls the ball back to Jonathan Tah, to Antonio Rudiger. Spain keeping possession right now with Kroos. Back to Sané. Here's Kimmich. Kimmich. Kroos. Tah. Tah holds the ball up now, gives it to Emre Can. Back to Tah. And again, he plays the ball forward to Gundogan, looking for Jamal Musiala, but it's played behind him, and now Germany can break. And it's Lamine Yamal on the break, and he clashes there with Emre Can, and it's going to be a free kick to Spain for the foul by Emre Can on Lamine Yamal, as Morata once again appealing for more. He does catch him there, though, doesn't he? It's a late challenge by Emre Can, Nick.
Yes, I would have. Yes, I would have to say a late challenge by Can, but like his teammates, he's really got to watch himself.
Well, the ball is played forward, and Ruiz just wins it back and just knocks it back into his own half to Lenormand. And Mike has made a bit of a funny. He says he was in Norman's land. No man's land. Oh, that's kind of funny. It's back now with Rodri. Rodri plays the ball across to Laporte. Laporte, back to Rodri. Just inside his own half of the field, he lays the ball off there to Lenormand, to Carvajal. Carvajal just steps away there from Emre Can, and it just now goes back with Rudiger. Rudiger wins the ball back, gives it to Kimmich, and Kimmich lays the ball off to Kroos. He gives the ball to Tah. Tah gives the ball to David Raum. Raum back to Tah, and it's Kimmich again. Kimmich plays the ball across there to Rudiger. Rudiger holds the ball up and gives it to Joshua Kimmich down the right-hand side. Kimmich holds the ball up and gives it back to Rudiger. Rudiger plays the ball across there to Toni Kroos. Kroos just holds the ball up there, and he's just going to turn away there from Ulmer and give the ball to Gundogan. He tries to lay it off there to Kai Havertz, and he's dispossessed, and Spain coming forward now, but what a good challenge by Jonathan Tah on Ulmer. That was a fine tackle that time, Nick.
Yes, it certainly was a decent tackle by Tah.
Here's Gundogan. Long ball over to the right-hand side to Kimmich. Kimmich holds the ball up, and he gives the ball to Kai Havertz. Havertz just trying to break away from Rodri, but Havertz picks up the ball now and gives the ball here to Emre Can. Can back to Kai Havertz. Oh, good ball by Havertz to Kimmich. Kimmich tries to play the ball across the 6-yard box, and he was looking for Havertz, who was running into the 6-yard box at the time, but Simeon gets down and makes that save. But good build-up by Germany. I say still have possession, 59% dominance of possession, but the passes completed are 170 for Germany as well. And this is largely because, I would say, of Toni Kroos, who leads the entire tournament in completed passes.
Yes, but there could be other factors in this one as well.
Here is Kroos again. Gives the ball to Jonathan Tah, to Antonio Rudiger. Rudiger, long ball there, looking for Kai Havertz. He chests the ball down as Havertz. Is he going to get the shot away? He does. And it's a comfortable save by Unai Simeon, but that's the second chance to fall the way of Kai Havertz. It was a really good long ball, and Kai Havertz just got the right side of Robin Lenormand, and the shot was comfortably saved in the end by Simeon. A save you'd expect him to make, Nick.
Yes, but even so, I think Havertz was in the right place at the right time. It's just bad luck that it didn't go in.
And here is Laporte. Laporte coming forward, gives the ball to Morata, the captain. Out wide here to Yamal. Down the right-hand side in the penalty area. This is the first time Yamal has run at David Raum. And David Raum wins that challenge very, very well. And he clears the ball forward, and it's flicked on there by Rodri, which just gives the ball back to Spain. But that is good defending by David Raum. And here's Cucurella. Nick, that was a fine piece of defending, hey?
Yes, Yes, certainly a fine piece of defending, but I think I must have been a bit too harsh earlier
Here's
on.
Williams. Inside the penalty area. Williams with a chance. Oh, a fine save in his near post by Manuel Neuer. Well, Nico Williams looking to catch the experienced German goalkeeper out of position here. The ball was played by Olmo. He may have been offside, actually, but he got the part. He just got inside Rudiger, did Williams, and forced a good save by Neuer at his near post.
Yes, fine. Yes, a fine shot by by this young man. His playing belies his age.
Well, here's Jonathan Tah, and he plays the ball to Ram. Ram plays it long, but there's nobody there to receive that pass. And Robin Lenormand just picks up the ball, and he's midway inside his own half. He gives the ball to Aymeric Laporte. Laporte gives the ball to Cucurella. Cucurella drops the ball back to Simeon inside the Spanish goal, and just got his foot on the ball right now. And he may go long. He's just taking his time at the moment. In fact, goes short there to Ruiz, who just drops the ball back to Lenormand. And he goes back to Simeon again. Simeon, edge of his own penalty area, will go long this time, right-footed, looking for Morata, and that head is won by Jonathan Tah. And it's back with Emre Can, and Can is fouled by Olmo, and it's going to be a free kick for Germany inside the centre circle. Mike says he's really enjoying the game so far. Good tackle by Tah. I'm sure his teammates will thank him for that. Mike, you're really on form today, aren't you, my friend? That's a good ball down the left-hand side there to David Raum. And it's now with Tah, who just tries to lift the ball over Morata to find Raum again, but it goes out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in to Spain. Here's Olmo now, under pressure from Toni Kroos and Ilkay Gundogan. And Spain do well to keep possession of the ball there. And it's out wide to Cucurella. Olmo doing a good job there. As Cucurella now drops the ball back into his own half to Aymeric Laporte. Over the halfway line there, Laporte. Oh, it's almost gave the ball away to Sane, but here's Williams. Down to Cucurella again, as Spain breaking forward in numbers. Nico Williams down the left-hand side, stepping over the ball, trying to just pull Sane out of position. Williams again. Oh, just gets the better of Sane. Can he get the cross in? He chooses not to. Has another opportunity, does Williams here. Instead, he drops the ball back there to Rodri. Rodri across to Robin Lenormand in an advanced position. Down the right-hand side there to Yamal, who gives a quick 1-2 with Carvajal. It's now back with Lenormand, and now Rodri inside the centre circle. This is possession football in the German half by Spain. What can Germany do about it? Here's Yamal. Drops the ball back to Ruiz, to Rodri. Down this near side now. Good ball played down that side by Laporte to Williams. Williams just trying to get away from Kroos. Good challenge by Kroos. And here's Kai Havertz now. Havertz just tries to drop the ball back to Kroos, but it's a terrible giveaway. And here's Olmo now for Spain. 30 yards out with a shot. It's Olmo. Oh, it's spilled by Neuer to Morata. But Rudiger is quick to cover. And in the end, it just bounces off Emre Can and goes back to the goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer. But the shot was from Olmo by a good, I want to say, 30 yards, Nick. And the shot was then spilled. I mean, Morata was in an offside position anyway. But it's one you would expect Manuel Neuer to keep a hold of, isn't it?
Yes, you would think so. But Olmo certainly took advantage of that Germany slip-up.
Comment by Hussein Musa. I hope I pronounced that right. Can the commentators read the comments here? Yeah, I usually do. I try to keep on top of them. Just want to thank them. Great commentary. Well, thank you, Hussein. We definitely appreciate your comments there. And to anyone else that comments, I'll try to read them out as much as I can during this game. And it is quite a fast-paced game, so it's perhaps a little difficult to read them all out, but I'll do my best. Here's David Raum. He tries to swing the ball into the middle, and it's cleared out by Robin Lenormand, and it breaks back there to Robin Lenormand off Rodri, and played forward now to Nico Williams. Williams just tries to give the ball back to Ruiz, who gives it back to Aymeric Laporte. Spain keeping possession well. We've got 5 minutes till the break, folks. At half time, we'll take a break and we will be back for the second half. So don't go anywhere. And here is the number 3, Robin Lenormand. Gives the ball to Danny Carvajal. Carvajal just steps away from Jamal Musiala and gives the ball back to Lenormand. And it's now back with Aymeric Laporte, just inside his own half. And he gives the ball to Ruiz. Ruiz back to Lenormand. Perfect pronunciation. Thank you. Thanks, Mike. Thanks very much. I appreciate that, Hussein. Thank you. I'm not always the best with names, so thank you for that, Hussein. I appreciate it. And it's free kick now, foul by Tony Kroos, and the foul was on Olmo. So just take a look at this one again by Kroos. I'm surprised he's not gone into the referee's book yet, Nick, because there's actually been a few challenges by Kroos that's been fairly borderline.
Yes, very strange indeed.
And here's Cucurella. Cucurella plays Nico Williams off on his way, but Manuel Neuer is out quick to grab that one, and he releases the ball there to Tony Kroos. And here's Kimmich. And he plays the ball forward, and it's easy for Cucurella just to monitor that ball going back to Unai Simon in the Spanish goal, as we have got the tie of the round here with Spain and Germany, and it is 0-0 at the Mercedes-Benz Arena in this first half. We hope you're enjoying the coverage and enjoying the game if you're watching it and following along with the coverage. Here's Morata. Morata tried to play the ball forward to Yamal, but that's a good interception by David Raum, who really has done a good job on that left-hand side, covering Lamine Yamal, Nick.
Yes, he certainly has been. Yes, he certainly has been contributing really well. Has Alvaro Morata.
And here is Rudiger. Midway inside his own half of the field, he drops it all the way back to the goalkeeper Manuel Neuer. And Neuer just inside the D there, just lifts the ball over to Joshua Kimmich. Here comes Nico Williams. And it's a quick ball played forward to Emre Can. And Emre Can is dispossessed by Rodri. Good work by the Manchester City player. And he plays the ball down the left-hand side to Nico Williams. He's got Olmo in the middle, but he goes towards the back post and there is nobody there. And it rolls out of play for a throw-in to Germany. Nico Williams frustrated with himself there as he got the cross in, and it was away from Manuel Neuer, but also away from anybody else coming in. The only one coming in was Olmo, and he was coming into the middle, perhaps not spotted by Nico Williams, as David Raum will take the throw in here, level with his own 6-yard box. And, excuse me, it's going to be taken here by David Raum, and it's a long throw in. It's just headed back in there by Carvajal, and one back there by Rodri as he knocks the ball back into the centre circle. And here is Aymeric Laporte. He drops the ball back into his own half. I want to thank you for joining us here on the Commentary Hub for this live audio coverage of Spain versus Germany. We certainly appreciate you spending your valuable time with us today. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to all the channels. Just hit the notification bell and then you'll be informed when the next commentary is, which incidentally is tomorrow, England versus Switzerland. So it's flicked on here to Lamine Yamal. Yamal drops the ball back here to Carvajal. That is a good challenge by Tony Kroos. But the ball is cleared away by David Raum, and it's a poor ball as Spain come again. Here's Morata. Good ball to Yamal. He tries to pull the ball back into the middle, but Jonathan Tah fighting away to keep possession there. And he gives the ball to Gundogan, who lays it off to Yamal. Sorry, not to Yamal, to David Raum. He launches the ball into the Spanish half of the field. But it's just tidied up that time by Robin Lenormand. We've got Joe Smoke in the comment section saying 1-0 to Spain. He thinks it's going to be a 1-0 victory to Spain. It's certainly at the moment, I think Spain, for the most part in this first half, have looked more threatening. Here's Yamal. Yamal gets a shot away, but it's a comfortable save by Manuel Neuer. And it's Yamal's first look at goal, really, Nick.
Yes, it certainly is, and I must say, I think I may have been a bit too harsh on the lad earlier, but but he's certainly got potential.
Well, we've got 2 minutes of stoppage time in this first half, which I feel is very conservative given the fact that we had 2 injuries. Here's Williams down the right-hand side this time, lays it off to Yamal. Yamal drops it back to Carvajal. Carvajal, corner of the penalty area, right-hand side, back to Yamal, who gives the ball to Williams. Williams pulled back to Rodri. Monitoring him closely is Havertz, and he drops the ball back here to Lenormand. And it's back to Rodri. Long ball over to the left-hand side. And Mike, in answer to your question, we're actually not covering the France game. The next one is England tomorrow. I'll be behind the mic in the England game. Am I joined by you, Nick? Is it you with me tomorrow? Here is Danny Carvajal, and the ball is cleared away by David Raum, and it's picked up here by Rodri. Rodri gives the ball there tries to find Morata. Looks like it's Mike joining me tomorrow. So, yes. And a free kick to Ilkay Gundogan. So, yes, join me and Mike tomorrow. I'll be on the main com tomorrow. Mike will be on co-com for that game. So, as we take a look at this challenge on Gundogan, and it's a free kick to Germany. Gundogan's still down. And the other game we're covering tomorrow as well, Netherlands versus Turkey. Join Russ for that one. And I will be in co-com for that one. So a little bit of double duty for me tomorrow. And here is Tony Kroos with the free kick. He lays it off to Rudiger. We've played the 2 minute stoppage time now. Rudiger plays the ball to Kimmich. And that's it. It's half-time. And Nick, before we take a break, let's get your half-time thoughts, please.
Yeah. All guns blazing start by Spain, which was certainly not what I was expecting. Germany stuttered, and Germany a bit of a shaky start for them, but they appear to have regained control. Whether it'll be enough for them, I think Spain have had more chances at goal. So I have to say, right now, Spain look like they could well be on course for a win.
Well, we're going to take our half-time break now. We'll be back for the start of the second half. It's half-time here at the Mercedes-Benz Arena. It's Spain 0, Germany 0. Join us for the start of the second half. Ooh. Welcome back to the start of this second half, and it looks like Robert Anderich and Florian Wirtz are coming on for Germany. And Spain also looking to make a substitution. So we're just trying to see who that is over there. Let's take a look. Oh, it's Nacho, who is looking to come on at half-time for Spain. So we'll go run through these substitutions with you. Okay, so Nacho has come on, and coming off is Lenormand for Spain. So Nacho wearing the number 4 jersey will be on. As for Germany, well, they've looked pretty threatening in this first half as well. At the end of the first half, they have been, towards the end of the first half, certainly looking very, very good. Robert Anderich there. We're just going to see if Wirtz is coming on at the same time. Anderich sporting new coloured hair, purple hair. And it is Anderich and Wirtz. Let's see who is coming off. So Leroy Sané is the obvious choice for Wirtz. That will be a like-for-like swap. And I suspect it'll be Emre Can for Anderich. We'll just see. I can't imagine it being anybody else. Yes, it is Emre Can. So Anderich is on, and so is Wirtz, and off is Sané and Can. So second half gets underway. We're going to get Nick's thoughts on that in a moment. As Spain attacking from left to right. Their substitution sees Robin Lenormand come off and Nacho come on. So, Nick, your thoughts on those substitutions, starting with the Spain one?
Yeah, it's really interesting to have two sides make half-time substitutions at the same time. Lenormand did relatively decent in the first half, but I've just seen Wirtz do a foul on. I couldn't see who that was. We'll have to have you check that in a moment.
That was on Aymeric Laporte, but it was very late by Florian Wirtz, but no further action by Anthony Taylor, as Laporte looks in a lot of pain there. And we've had a comment section. Okay. If you can keep your comments, guys, to just about the football, not about advertising or anything else, that would be fantastic. Thanks very much for that. So header comes in here, and it's nipped in and won by Carvajal, and it's returned to the goalkeeper. First touch for the substitute Nacho. And here is the goalkeeper Unai Simon, who launches the ball downfield. Carvajal picks up the ball well here. Cuts across the midfield, Carvajal. That's a really, really good ball to Olmo. Olmo finds Williams now down the left. Williams, he decides to go to the cross to Yamal. Cross to the back post to Yamal. Yamal tries to play the ball in. Here's Morata with a chance. And he blazes it over the crossbar. What an opportunity for Spain. That was by clearing beyond their best chance. And Nick, well, he should have buried that, right?
Yes, he certainly should have, but it was just unfortunate that he was impeded by Jonathan Tah. Tah was in the right place at the right time to put his body in the way, and he certainly did that really well.
Yes, he tried to turn there, did Morata. He managed to turn, get the shot away, but he blazed it over the crossbar. What an opportunity for Spain, but they were not able to take that one. And here's Gundogan breaking forward for Germany. He's got David Raum down this left-hand side. David Raum plays the ball into the middle. It's just won there by Wirtz, gives to Havertz. Havertz played across to Joshua Kimmich. Germany breaking forward in numbers here. Back to Anderich. Anderich with a shot, and it just goes over the crossbar as Robert Anderich just getting that shot away from, well, about 21 yards out. It was in the end, it was well wide. Again, Germany looking threatening when they break forward in numbers. So it's did downfield by Simeon, and it was out of play for a throw into Germany. It's definitely been an interesting first half, and the second half, we're hoping for something similar. The throw-in is going to be taken by Joshua Kimmich. And we seem to have just lost me on the mic. Oh, I'm back now. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there, but it seemed to have lost me on the mic for a while there. Technical problems coming back to haunt me. Here is Aymeric Laporte. Laporte holds the ball up and gives it to Rodri. Rodri returns the ball to Simeon. Simeon clears the ball downfield. And that's just tried to win there by Jamal Musiala. And he just gets ahead of Dani Carvajal. And in the end, Carvajal gives away the free kick. And David Raum and are both complaining. To be honest with you, I think that was probably more... Nick, what's your thoughts on that? That looked more like 50-50 to me.
Yes, I would have to say so as well. But Musiala was definitely the more aggressive.
Well, the ball goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Germany, which David Raum will take. We have reached 50 minutes and we are still 0-0 with Germany at the moment starting the second half. I would say that a little bit better. It's more or less as they ended the first half. Here is Simeon, plays the ball there to Cucurella. Cucurella holds the ball up, lifts the ball forward there, looking for Morata. Morata flicks it on and headed on by Toni Kroos, but Morata is fouled. And it's going to be a free kick to Spain, a foul by Jonathan Tah. Just gives Morata a little bit of a shove. Morata acts like he's been hit by a truck, mind you, but it's a free kick for Spain nevertheless. As we take a look into the crowd. And, the free kick will take place. It's already been taken, in fact. And here is Morata again now. Morata trying to set off Yamal on his way. He's met by David Raum. Here's Lamine Yamal. Cuts into the penalty area. The ball is played across there with a chance and a goal. And Spain take a 1-goal lead. And it's a substitute, Olmo. And, it was a simple pass by Lamine Yamal. Olmo coming in completely unchecked. And on 51 minutes, he strikes the ball past Manuel Neuer and gives Spain the 1-goal lead. It was a simple pass, really. One that, for all the excellent defending that Germany has done in the first half in closing down Yamal and Williams, it was a simple pass by Yamal to Olmo, who just struck the ball past Manuel Neuer. And we'll just take a look here again as the pass was just a simple square pass. Nobody picked up Olmo, and he just side-footed the ball past Neuer from about 8 yards out. And Nick, should Neuer have done better there, do you think?
His arm was just about a couple of meters from it, from what I could see. But brilliant teamwork by Yamal to send it forward, to pass it to Olmo, who was clearly unmarked. Germany really need to up their defence.
Well, just for the first time, really, the space was there. Olmo wasn't picked up as he came into the penalty area, and it was struck past the goalkeeper. And Spain have the 1-goal lead, and that might be enough, as close as this game has been. As Germany have got the ball now with Joshua Kimmich. And here's Antonio Rudiger. Rudiger on the halfway line. Goal on 51 minutes by the substitute Dani Olmo. Here's Gundogan. Gundogan tries to turn away from Rodri. Oh, good ball by Gundogan to David Raum. He gets a cross in the box. It's bouncing around there, and Jamal Musiala just lurking there with intent. And finally, Lamine Yamal, who's back defending, is dispossessed by David Raum. And David Raum knocks the ball back. Chasing this one is Toni Kroos. And for a moment there, Spain just fell asleep inside their own penalty area. They nearly let Germany back in through the back door there. And here's Jamal Musiala. Nice ball to David Raum. Musiala gets it back. Down the left-hand side is Musiala. He pulls the ball back here to Gundogan. Gundogan lifts the ball into the area looking for Florian Wirtz. And finally, Anderlecht just loses the ball to Nico Williams. And Nico Williams storming over the halfway line now. He finds Olmo again, but cutting across there is Rudiger. Makes a good save there as it's released there to Jonathan Tah. It did for a short while, I think, Manny. I think everything should be okay now. Here is the cross coming in from Florian Wirtz and just cleared away there by Ruiz. As Spain attempt to win the ball back, but it's lost by Morata. And here's Joshua Kimmich again now as Germany turning the screws on the Spain defence. Here's Anderlecht. Anderlecht across to Musiala. Musiala, oh, fantastic challenge that time by Rodri. And now here is Ruiz. He just gives the ball to Rodri and back to Ruiz. And now back to Aymeric Laporte. Laporte back to the goalkeeper. Simeone clears the ball downfield. It's flicked on to Nico Williams. Nico Williams sends the ball to Lamal down the right-hand side. Here's Williams. Gives it back to Yamal. Yamal and Williams again. And finally, Germany work hard to just bring that ball to a halt. You'll find that the commentary is behind because it's basically watched from an online stream. So you'll find it's behind live TV. Sometimes by as much as 3 minutes. If you want to pause to bring it up to date, you can certainly do so. And here is Kimmich. And here is Wirtz down the right-hand side. Back to Gundogan. To Wirtz. He's got Cucurella in front of him. Gundogan. Wirtz. Oh, Wirtz's ball is a poor one. And Ruiz has just almost dispossessed him there, but there's a foul on Nico Williams. And it's going to be a free kick to Spain as Robert Anderlecht just catches Williams there, I think, yes. And brings him down. And it is a free kick. And Germany have responded well. Nick?
Yes, they have, but unfortunately that yellow card for Anderlecht means he misses the semi-final match. But what concerns me more right now is Nico Williams. Is he all right?
Well, we're going to have a substitution. We're going to see David Raum coming off for Maximilian Mittelstadt. And we are also going to see Nico Williams, Füllkrug coming on for Gundogan. So a very attacking substitution by Germany. So Gundogan off and Nicholas Füllkrug on. He's been a super sub for Germany as he is on there right now. And we'll see if he is able to make a difference. The booking confirmed means for Anderlecht means that he will miss the next game, the semi-final, if Germany reach it that far. And at the moment, that remains in question. Here is Morata. He's down under the challenge of Toni Kroos. And it's a free kick for Spain for the foul on Morata. Kroos now just is going to play a large part in this if Germany are to get back into this game. Here is the number 8 Ruiz for Spain. He's turning away from Anderlecht, who's just picked up that yellow card. Anderlecht, that's a really, really good ball there. And the ball is played now to Olmo, the goal scorer in the penalty area. Olmo is played across and Rudiger just deals with that in time. And here is Toni Kroos, but it's won back there by Rodri. It's a good ball into the middle that time by Morata. He was looking for Olmo again. It's cleared away that time by Jonathan Tah. And Florian Wirtz just brings the ball down and gives it to the goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer. Rudiger now. Jonathan Tah now picks up the ball. Plays the ball forward there, looking for Musiala, who's just given the ball away to Olmo. And Spain now coming forward in numbers. Here's Rodri. He drops the ball back to Laporte. He's got Cucurella alongside him. Cucurella back to Laporte. Back to Nacho. To Carvajal. Carvajal gives the ball to Yamal. And Yamal goes down, but he is not going to get the free kick. And here's Toni Kroos. Long ball over to the right-hand side to Florian Wirtz. Germany breaking forward now in numbers. Let's see if they can get back in this game. Florian Wirtz tries to beat Cucurella to the byline. It's pulled back to Kimmich. It's headed out from that cross from Kimmich by Cucurella. And it's out of play for a throw-in. Well, we've had 59 minutes gone. We're almost at the hour mark. It's 1-0 to Spain. Here's Rudiger. Gives the ball there to the number 8, Toni Kroos. Kroos. Back to Jonathan Tah. Good ball by Tah down this left-hand side to Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt gets across in looking for Kai Havertz. An important header by Laporte. It goes over to the far side there, right-hand side to Kimmich. Kimmich leaves the ball to Rudiger. Rudiger gets a cross in, and once again, Laporte wins a header. He just gets a flick on that. And Lamine Yamal is dispossessed by Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt tries to get the cross in, but it breaks loose here to Olmo. And Olmo clears the ball forward looking for Morata, but Germany win the ball back, and it's Anderich. And here's Wirtz again. Is Wirtz going to have the shot? He does, but he whistles it wide. And, well, Germany starting to look very threatening, coming forward and creating chances, Nick.
Yes, they certainly are. Those substitutions were a good move, it seems.
I do wonder why perhaps he didn't start those two at the beginning, but anyway, it's going to be a corner to Germany, in fact. So that must have taken a deflection, as the German fans hopeful that their team might be able to get back into this one. It's going to be outswung. Rudiger, I would say, Kroos, I would say, that's going to take this one. I'm just waiting for the referee's whistle here as Cucurella is all over Anderlecht. The corner taken by Kroos, and it's headed out by Laporte again. And it's back with Wirtz. Wirtz crosses it in towards the back post, and that is a very disappointing ball by Florian Wirtz. He looks very frustrated with that, Nick.
And so he should be. That wasn't a... And so he should be. That was opportunity wasted by him.
Well, as we look again at the goal, just tucked into the corner by Olmo, and Spain lead in this quarter-final with a place in the semi-final against Portugal or France at Munich. We're going to know later tonight, once this game has... once the France and Portugal game is finished, we'll have our first semi-final all worked out for you. Here is Rudiger. Rudiger plays the ball forward to Florian Wirtz. Wirtz down the right-hand side to Kimmich. Kimmich tried to get the cross in. That's a really good block by Cucurella. And it goes out of play for a throw-in, which Kimmich will take quickly. Midway inside the Spanish half of the field, here's Jonathan Tah. Germany pressing again. Long ball. This time looking for Kai Havertz, and Cucurella gets on the end of that and puts it behind for another corner to Germany. As the Germans now piling the pressure on, and the corner probably should not be taken by Kai Havertz. He goes into the middle. Another substitution now coming up for Spain. Are they going to take it upon this corner, or are they going to wait? It's Ferran Torres, and he is going to come on for Yamal. So Yamal coming off for Ferran Torres. So you get rid of Lamine Yamal and you think your day's going to get easier, and you come up against Ferran Torres. So certainly not a good side for Germany either. But that is the third substitution, and perhaps a good time to take off Yamal. He's been marshalled well today by David Raum and Mittelstadt. It's going to be a corner for Germany. I'll get Nick's thoughts on Yamal's performance after this corner. It's going to be taken by Toni Kroos, and it's looking like he may outswing this one. Rudiger, Füllkrug are in there, along with Kai Havertz, Nico Williams, and Antonio Rudiger, getting a speaking to by Anthony Taylor. The corner is going to be outswung here by Kroos again. Füllkrug gets up with a header, and it goes over the crossbar. And Nicholas Füllkrug, of course, scored that injury time equaliser against the Swiss with a header. He gets up there again, and this time it goes over and behind. So, Nick, what are your thoughts on Lamine Yamal's performance today?
Absolutely brilliant, remarkable performance. Don't forget, this young man is only 16 years old. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him.
Well, certainly there'll be a lot of a lot of clubs around Europe definitely keen on his signature, but I don't see any reason why he wouldn't be happy at Barcelona at the moment. But yes, there'll certainly be some movements around Europe. Definitely keen on signing him. He's a superstar. The ball goes out of play for a throw-in, and it's going to be for Germany, as it's going to be taken by Maximilian Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt drops the ball into his own half to Jonathan Tah, and he gives the ball to Antonio Rudiger. Over the halfway line is Rudiger. There's 25 minutes left in this game. Rudiger launches the ball into the box. Kai Havertz tries to go up, but he's not able to. It's plucked out of the air by Unai Simon, who quickly releases the ball, looking for Olmo again, but it's flicked on there by Mittelstadt, and here's Kai Havertz. Havertz holds the ball up here now, approaching the penalty area. He's got options there in Robert Andrich. Good ball by Andrich to Florian Wirtz. Wirtz, he's got Maximilian Mittelstadt alongside him, drops the ball to Musiala. Musiala goes down, and the free kick has in fact gone the other way to Spain. So a free kick. Jamal Musiala not happy with that, but it is going to be a free kick. Looks like he clattered there at number 7, Morata, as there's Oliver Kahn, former Germany legend goalkeeper, certainly one of the best that Germany's ever had in their history. Nick has just pointed something out to me in the private chat. There is no host nation has gone out at this stage. I'm not sure. What about when Poland and Ukraine hosted it? Didn't one of those two go out at that stage? Am I correct on that? I might be wrong. Anyway, it's a free kick, and Spain have it with the number 14, Aymeric Laporte, and there is Torres, and the ball is picked up here now this time it's picked up by Torres, and the ball goes back to Carvajal, and it's picked up there by Kroos. Kroos intercepts. And here's Kai Havertz now on his way. He's got Füllkrug alongside him, and Füllkrug might be in here. Oh, he's dispossessed. That's a fine challenge, actually, that time by Laporte. Stopped Füllkrug in his tracks, and it goes through to the goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer. Not Manuel Neuer, sorry. Goes through to Simeon, the goalkeeper, and he releases the ball downfield looking for Morata. Morata flicks the ball on, and Olmo is chasing it, and that is a free kick and a foul by Toni Kroos, and it's going to be a yellow card. Made no attempt to win the ball there, Nick. A definite foul by Toni Kroos.
Yes, definitely, and I'm still surprised he hasn't even been booked.
Well, he has now.
He has, yeah.
Yeah, he has now, but there was no question about that. That would have been a booking, but certainly. Okay, so Poland and Ukraine in 2012 did not even make the knockout stage. Okay. So it is a free kick for Spain as we look at Julian Nagelsmann. The free kick, I'd say, is about 35 yards, 40 yards out. And standing over this one is Ruiz. Ruiz lifts into the penalty area. Headed by Rodri. Coming down there to hit the ball there was Olmo again. But that was a good interception. And now Germany can come forward with Musiala, who launches the ball forward, but it escapes everybody and goes into the Spanish half of the field and just rolls through to Unai Simon. As looking frustrated there. Cutting a frustrated figure is Julian Nagelsmann. But this Spanish team are very, very good. And I think Germany for the most part, are putting in the effort. They're just not able to get the equalising goal as of yet. Here is Rodri. Rodri holds the ball up there to Ruiz, and Ruiz goes back to Simeon. Simeon clears the ball long. It's brought down there by Nico Williams. He gives it to Morata. Morata to Cucurella. Cucurella drops the ball back there to Laporte. And here is Morata. Morata sets Williams off on his way. And Olmo and Torres are racing into the box. Here's Williams. Cuts inside, does Nico Williams. That's a good challenge by Rudiger. And the ball is played forward now by Anderlecht. And it's picked up by Florian Wirtz. Wirtz sets off Mittelstadt on his way. Mittelstadt cuts inside, gives the ball to Musiala. And here's Wirtz. Wirtz cuts into the penalty area. Great work by him. And he drops the ball back to Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt cross to the back post, looking for Havertz. Havertz drops it down to Füllkrug. Comes back to Anderlecht with a shot, a superb save. And Havertz tries to challenge the ball on Cucurella. And Havertz is appealing for something, not sure what. But the ball just came back here from the cross from Mittelstadt. The head down to Füllkrug. He would have been in an offside position anyway. He drops it back to Anderlecht with a shot, but it's a good save by Simeon as Germany continue to put pressure on the Spanish defence. And I'll get Nick's thoughts in a minute, but this is end-to-end right now. Here's Nico Williams on the other side. Down the left-hand side is Nico Williams. Pulls the ball back to Morata. Morata under pressure by Wirtz to Rodri. Rodri, the ball passes Nacho to Carvajal. Carvajal drops the ball to Nacho. And it's Ruiz. Back to Rodri. Rodri gives the ball to Cucurella, who does a quick 1-2 there with Morata. It's now with Ruiz. Here's Morata again. Ruiz just cutting away there and plays the ball back to Cucurella. Not the best ball by Cucurella. And here is Aymeric Laporte. And Morata, plays a wayward ball and only finds Jamal Musiala. Torres couldn't catch that as he gives the ball there to Mittelstadt, to Tah, to Rudiger. Back to Jonathan Tah. Here's Kroos. This could be his last game tonight, of course. Here's Anderlecht. Anderlecht holds the ball up. He's got options left and right. He gives the ball to Jonathan Tah. Florian Wirtz is over on his own on that right-hand side. Rudiger eventually finds him. And, that's Kimmich. And he drops the ball to Wirtz. Back to Kimmich. And here's Rudiger. Tries to swing the ball into the box. It lands at the feet of Kai Havertz. Havertz with a shot, but that's a good block by Carvajal. Spain defending for their lives here. And here's Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt pulls the ball back to Jonathan Tah. Tah lifts the ball. He was looking for Wirtz, but it was a poor ball in the end. Only found Cucurella. And here's Ruiz. Back to Cucurella. And the comment in the comment section. And Manny says neither Poland nor Ukraine made it past the group stage. Thanks very much for that. Here is Kimmich. Drops the ball to Rudiger. Corner of the penalty area. Right-hand side. Rudiger gets a cross in. And the header by Füllkrug is behind. And Nick, Germany's response to the goal has been one of an attacking threat, but they've not made these chances count yet.
No, they certainly haven't, and they need to within the next within the next 18 or so minutes. But Spain, really, really strong in defence. If only England could take a few lessons from them.
Well, Carvajal there, it just showed that fine block by Carvajal and the shot by Havertz. Really superb block there. Here's Anderlecht. Wirtz. And it's now with Havertz. Havertz has got Musiala overlapping and he took too long. And that was intercepted that time by Rodri. And now the break is on for Torres. Break is on for Torres and he's gone down, but it's a free kick. Ferran Torres. And the foul was by Mittelstadt, and it's going to be a yellow card. And that means, should Germany get through, I think that's another suspension. Indeed it is. So Mittelstadt would now not be available for the semi-final should Germany get through. And, Julian Nagelsmann and Maximilian Mittelstadt, they can't believe it. But I'm not sure you can really argue with that. It was late. It was on a break for Torres. So, I mean, I think it's a reasonable card, and it's a free kick on the corner of the penalty area, the right-hand side for Spain. So, Mittelstadt misses the next match now as well as Robert Anderich. Well, free kick is going to be taken by Torres. Ferran Torres swings the ball in towards the back post. It misses everybody. Neuer got a touch on it, but it was kept in play on the far side there by Ruiz. But Germany can breathe away, and that's a free kick for a foul on Musiala, and rightly so. The yellow card is going to come out here. Is that on Torres? We'll just take a look here. I believe it is. Ferran Torres, yes. And that's again, if you're going to book the first one, you've got to book that one as well, Nick, right?
Yes, but it doesn't. But it doesn't. But he hasn't had two, so that means he will receive no suspension.
Yeah, it's only the first booking there for Torres. As Spain come forward again now with Ruiz, gives the ball to Nico Williams, cutting into the middle of the park. Williams, he drops the ball to Morata. It's now with Torres again. He's been quite dangerous since he's come on. Here's Rodri. And we have 15 minutes to go here. 15 minutes for Germany to pull this round. And 15 minutes from Spain getting to the semi-final, as it's run out of play that time by Dani Carvajal, and it's going to be a free kick. A throw-in, I should say. And the German fans, well, a lot of concern on their faces as they are facing the elimination from the tournament at the quarter-final stage. Rudiger holds up the ball, and you have the unenviable task, Nick, of picking a player of the match in about in 10 to 15 minutes. I don't envy your job today. There's been a lot of options out there. Here's Kroos, gives the ball there to Jonathan Tah. Tah plays the ball forward. It's flicked on nicely there by Fulkrug, but it was just away from Musiala and goes through to the goalkeeper, Simeon. And Simeon is now going to take a while to release this. The Spain fans looking very jubilant right now. Have they done enough, Nick, or do you see a way back for Germany in this?
Well, you've got to remember that when Spain played Germany in their group stage match at the World Cup, Spain were in the lead for the majority of the match, and then Germany equalised. So it's all to play for.
Here's Wirtz. Wirtz gets across into Fulkrug! Oh, he hits the post! Oh, Fulkrug hits the post! He might have been being pulled down as well. But Nicholas Fulkrug nearly levelled things for Germany there. And it's a throw-in for Spain. And Fulkrug can't believe it. And the cross came in from Florian Wirtz. And it looks to me like he's being pulled there with a shirt neck. He might well have had an argument for a penalty there. He's being pulled down there. You can see that quite clearly. And he might have had an argument for a penalty there. But it hits the foot of the post and doesn't go in. No further action, no checks from VAR to my knowledge. And with 13 minutes to go, it remains 1-0 to Spain. Here's Kroos to Rudiger. Rudiger holds up the ball and gives the ball there to Florian Wirtz. Wirtz back to Rudiger as Germany just continue to press, looking for an equaliser. And here's Wirtz now. He can give the ball to Kai Havertz. It does break loose to Havertz eventually. It's now with Kimmich. And it's back with Rudiger. Anderich. Back to Rudiger. And Rudiger goes all the way back to Manuel Neuer, who is way out of his goal there. That's not exactly unfamiliar territory for Manuel Neuer. Here's Kai Havertz now. Havertz down the right-hand side, and it's laid off to Tony Kroos. Tony Kroos' cross comes back. It breaks loose to Wirtz, and Wirtz just too slow on the ball there, and it's cleared away and into the German half of the field, which Manuel Neuer comes to meet it, but his pass is a poor one, and it goes out of play. As we look again at this chance, and the more and more I look at it, Nick, the more and more I think penalty.
Spain lucky to get away with that one, and you're right. I would have to agree. I would have to agree with you on that one, penalty. But I think Simon could have. I think Simon would have saved that one. But as it stands, no penalty.
Well, Nico Williams is coming off along with Morata. So this is a standard double change for Spain, which will mean that they will make their fifth and final substitution. Of course, each team gets an additional substitution if it goes to extra time. Let's just see who's coming on now for Spain, as it's the number 6 and 21. So it's Oyarzabal and Merino. So 6 and 21 are coming on. So Mikel Oyarzabal and Mikel Merino come on for Spain. As 5 substitutions now made for Spain, and we're looking like we're going to see Thomas Muller for Germany's last substitution, and it's a very, very attacking substitution. Jonathan Tah is coming off, and coming on is the evergreen Thomas Muller, and we know he can pull a rabbit out of the hat at any given point of the game, and he is on the pitch now with 10 minutes to go in this one, Nick. Germany pulling out all the stops.
Yes, they certainly are. But those 10 minutes will be crucial to them if they are to get back into things.
Well, here's a chance now, and it breaks loose. And it was nearly Oyarzabal. I'll get that pronunciation right. It was nearly Oyarzabal, I should say. I'm going to struggle with that one, Nick. I'm going to have some fun with that name. And the throw-in is for Germany, and it's taken quickly. Wirtz pushes the ball forward to Kai Havertz, and they've got 2 up there now, Muller and Füllkrug. Muller just chasing this one down, but it's just come across and won by Nacho, and he releases the ball to Cucurella. And Cucurella's ball is a disappointing one. It only finds Anderlecht. Kroos now finds Füllkrug. Here's Musiala now in the penalty area. Musiala, it's a disappointing shot by Musiala. And it goes behind. As we just take a look at this one again, I just wonder, did he get any touch on that, the defender? I don't think he did. That's going to be a goal kick. As we look again at almost strike, and with 9 minutes to go, Nick, Germany pulling out all the stops, looking for an equaliser. Are they at risk at the back, though?
They could. Germany have really got to produce some incredible magic. But Spain. I'd say if they keep holding out, they'll have done just enough. But Simon's now got the yellow card.
Yes, time wasting. And Simon now picks up the yellow card. He's still available for the next match, of course, but Simon clears the ball downfield. It's not the best one, and now we've got a foot race between Nacho and Havertz! Oh, it's over the crossbar for Kai Havertz! He tried to catch Simeon off his line, and the goal kick was really poor one, really, wasn't it? And he raced out for it. Havertz got there first. He tried to lift the ball over the goalkeeper and into the net. But Havertz balloons it over the crossbar, and that he's got his head in his hands, but that's always a difficult skill to perfect. And it goes over the top as Joe Smoke continues to be happy about this 1-0 prediction. May not finish that way. There's still 7.5 minutes to play in this game. Here's Anderlecht. Gives the ball to Rudiger, who launches the ball long, and it's picked up by Füllkrug, and Füllkrug's ball is a disappointing one. and it's easily won back by Spain. And here is Torres. Torres, under pressure there is under pressure there is Ayazal. I'm just going to call him Mikel. Under pressure there was Mikel, but he wins the free kick, and it's going to be a throw in here. It's going to be a free kick here, and it's taken quickly. Here is the number 21 there for Spain, which is Mikel, and he gives the ball there, played forward to the number 6 there, and the shot coming in by Fabian Ruiz goes over the top there as Merino laid off the ball, and it goes over the top and out of play, and a goal kick for Germany. And here is Andrich. Andrich plays the ball forward there, looking for Florian Wirtz, and Cucurella gets in the way on that, and it goes out of play for a throw into Germany as Toni Kroos. And Kroos lays the ball down here for the number 18 Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt across there to Rudiger. Rudiger holds up the ball. He goes long again. He's looking for Füllkrug, and a foul there by Nacho on Füllkrug. And it's going to be a free kick to Germany in a pretty dangerous position, Nick.
Yes, that was a very dangerous foul by Spain. Germany have now got to respond with that free kick. They've really got to engineer this one to perfection.
Well, Manny says Nagelsmann is throwing everything. Soon Klose will dust off his old kit. I wish he would, Manny. I wish he would. I think Germany could certainly use Klose at this time. The free kick now, though, for Germany. It's Kroos to take it. It's about 35 yards out, as Anthony Taylor just making sure that everything is clean in the box. Anderlecht there, Havertz in there. It's good. Kroos dummies it. He goes long across to the back post, and what has the referee done now? Anthony Taylor has stopped play for some reason, and he's sending out a warning to Anderlecht for what? I'm not sure. Finally, the free kick will be taken, and it's the German fans looking on. Kroos launches the ball into the box. There's Havertz! Oh, what a good save by Unai Simon. Keeping his side in the game there, but Havertz with a free header. An opportunity there. That really was it for Germany, wasn't it? Kai Havertz, what an opportunity, Nick.
Yes, certainly. Havertz, he received the ball at the right time. Well-timed header, but nothing gets past Unai Simon, it seems.
Well, he's made a number of vital saves today. And it's actually a free kick in the end, so it probably wouldn't have counted, as Cucurella now picks up the ball for Spain, and it's flicked on there by Ulmer, but Germany win the ball back, and it's played forward to Kai Havertz now. Havertz, can he get the cross in? Oh, it's over Füllkrug's head and put out of play by Carvajal, but the cross by Havertz just a bit away from Füllkrug. And it's going to be a corner to Germany, and Toni Kroos is going to take it. So we are now got 3 minutes left in this game. It is still Spain 1, Germany 0. So German fans hoping that Toni Kroos here can pull a rabbit out of the hat. And the penalty area is literally full. And it's a short one. And, it's a back heel, nicely done there by Kimmich. Back to Musiala. Musiala back onto the edge of the area there for the shot by Mittelstadt, but it was blocked and cleared out of play for a throw into Germany. And in about 2.5 minutes, I am going to get your player of the match, Nick. So if you want to just upload it and get it ready. Joe Smoke, great commentary. Thanks very much, Joe. Hope you're enjoying the last few minutes of this one. It's very exciting. The ball is launched forward to the penalty area. Heads go up, and it's won by Füllkrug. And here's Musiala now. Musiala, can he get the cross in, Musiala? It's pulled back to the edge of the area, but the only one waiting there is Mikel. And he launches the ball long outside the penalty area, and it's a throw-in, and Manuel Neuer takes it. And Neuer throws the ball to Mittelstadt. And now here's Toni Kroos. Kroos, long ball over to the right-hand side. And it's pulled back to Rudiger. And we're going to get Nick's player of the match here in just a moment when the next stoppage of play. Rudiger gets a cross in. It's chested down by Havertz. And here's Wirtz. Back to Kimmich. Nice ball to Mittelstadt. Cross to the back post. It's headed down. It's Wirtz! It's 1-1! And Germany are level! It's Florian Wirtz, the substitute! And Germany celebrate with 90 seconds to go in this game. It's Florian Wirtz and 1-1. Nick, your thoughts on that while I catch my breath?
I thought Germany had it, but no. Wirtz just pounced when he needed to, and it looks like we could well be seeing extra time.
Well, the Spanish can't believe it. Wirtz pops up, and he's already made a name for himself, the young man, this year. But the cross comes in by Rudiger, and it's chested down by Havertz. And then Wirtz just lays it off for Kimmich. Back to Mittelstadt. The cross comes into the back post. It's headed down. Let's just see. I'm not quite sure who heads that down. It's actually Kimmich who heads that down. And it falls straight to Wirtz, who sweeps the ball in the net. And this time, Simeon, no chance, as it goes in off the post. And it's 1-1. And, well, Nick, why don't you give your player of the match right now?
I might have actually cursed it, but my player of the match, regardless of any case, is Spain's goalkeeper Unai Simon. Despite conceding that goal, he has been absolutely mega in front of goal.
Well, we got 4 minutes of stoppage time. Joe Smoke's not happy. But Germany are level, and they're coming forward now looking for a winner, would you believe it? And Spain win the ball back here, and it is Rodri. Rodri pulls the ball around and goes back to the goalkeeper, our player of the match, Simeon, and gives it back to Rodri. It's now with Carvajal. Carvajal leaves it now, and it's Torres. Torres coming forward, trying to just get away from the other defender there, Mittelstadt, but he just drags it wide, and I don't know what to say about that, Nick. Just let's take a look at this again. The cross comes in. It was headed down brilliantly by Kimmich. That was really a perfectly placed header, and it was just swept into the net by Florian Wirtz, and the German fans are in raptures. They did announce 4 minutes stoppage time, as David Raum is over there on the bench, just over the moon at the moment. As here's Spain coming forward again now, though, and it's Ruiz over on the far side there. Ruiz just gets the pass. The ball comes across, and just getting in front there of Mikel was Jonathan Tah. Great defending that time by Germany. And here's Rodri. Rodri just plays the ball down towards the right-hand side and going down in the penalty area there. And no penalty. It looked like it was Mikel that went down there. And, they're looking at it. They're reviewing it. Let's take a look at this. Let's see. Well, first of all, it's outside the penalty area. You can't give that as a penalty. But we're going to see. Kroos looks a little bit nervous, but I don't think you can give that as a penalty at all, and that is no penalty. We do have VAR. We do have Stuart Atwell in VAR, so of course you never know. And the ball is played forward now to Wirtz, who's chasing this one down, but Unai Simon is out to make the claim there, as we have got a minute and a half left in stoppage time. Looks like this game is going to be another 30 minutes of extra time, but let's see if somebody can grab a winner here. Spain coming forward. It's Laporte, and the ball is across to Nacho. Nacho down this near side to Carvajal. Carvajal launching it forward to Torres. Anderik coming across and trying to defend that very, very well, but he's fouled. And it's going to be a free kick to Germany as Florian Wirtz, and it's a goal scorer for Germany on 89 minutes. The goal scorer for Spain was Olmo, and his goal was on 51 minutes as Nico Schlotterbeck has picked up a yellow card, probably for something that he said on the bench there. But he has picked up a yellow card as Nico Schlotterbeck, the German centre-back. Here's Muller now. Thomas Muller going forward now down the left-hand side. Can he get the cross in? Muller? He can! Oh, it almost reached Füllkrug on the back there. And he's chasing this one down with everything he's got, Füllkrug. He's picked up the ball now on the right-hand side. He drops the ball down. And the cross coming in. And that's a touch! Oh, and it was almost turned in by Muller. Oh, my goodness me, that was close. Muller got in front of the centre-back. And we're just going to take a look at this. He's maybe just in an offside position, but he gets in front of Laporte and puts that ball just wide of the target. Thomas Muller is so dangerous in those positions. And that's it, folks. It's full time. Nick, just before we take a short break, your thoughts on that one? What
a tense few minutes it was. But after 90 minutes, we still have no winner. It's like Qatar all over again, except this one is much more serious.
Well, we're just going to take a short break before the start of extra time. Join us back again in a few minutes' time. Well, welcome back to the start of extra time. Spain about to get the game underway, attacking from right to left in this first half. First half of extra time, that is. As the ball is played forward there, looking for Mikel, just dispossessed there. And there is the ball is won there by Ruiz. Ruiz gives the ball to Cucurella. Cucurella plays the ball forward here now for the number 10 for Spain, which is Olmo. He's got the goal, of course, and the cross comes in by Olmo, and it's headed on by Torres, but it's well wide. You wonder, Nick, can Germany continue this momentum into extra time that they showed in the last 30 minutes of that game? I've just lost Nick for a moment. So we'll just continue. As Spain pick up the ball here now. Here's an opportunity. The ball's tried to be played through for Mikel, but it's cleared away. And it's won back in midfield by Musiala. And it's now Füllkrug. Füllkrug sets off Florian Wirtz on his way now. Played across by Wirtz, and chasing that one is Unai Simon, but it had to be put behind by Nacho, because just behind him was Thomas Muller. And you see here, across there, looking for Muller. But Nacho getting in the way. That's going to be a corner for Germany, as it's taken on the right-hand side, and it's going to be Kroos again, as Germany now attempting to get the winner here and to get them through to the semi-final in Munich against Portugal or France. There's a Spanish player down there. It's Carvajal. He's being helped to his feet by Thomas Muller. And the free kick is, the corner rather, is going to be taken by Toni Kroos. It's swung in by Kroos into the 6-yard box, but Unai Simon claims the ball over the top there. And his giveaway, the ball was lost, in fact, by Merino there. And Germany have the ball back now with Musiala. Musiala now, it's Wirtz who's down the left-hand side here. Wirtz cuts inside, and he's looking for Musiala. He's just leaves it for Musiala there. And he drops it to Mittelstadt, whose cross is poor. But the Spanish defence allow it to go all the way across the penalty area. That was dangerous before Cucurella just managed to intercept it, but the official's flag is up on the far side, and it's going to be a free kick, as it was offside. There was Nicholas Füllkrug. We hope Nick will be back joining us soon. At the moment, we seem to have lost him. As here's Rodri. I think we've got him back now. Welcome back, Nick. Okay, we still don't have him back.
I forgot to turn on my microphone. Sorry about that.
Okay, so we have him back. And the referee has shown a yellow card, and I think he's flashed that in the face of Florian Wirtz. There's just so many yellow cards in this game. As we take a look at that, yes, it is Florian Wirtz confirmed who's got the yellow card on the 94th minute. Now, he's not already on a yellow card, so that's fortunate for Germany, should they get through. Here's Ruiz. Gives the ball to Olmo. Olmo drops the ball back to Laporte. Laporte under pressure by Füllkrug, but he goes all the way back to Simeon. And Simeon just lifts the ball forward. Flicked on by Ruiz, taken down on the chest there. Really well done that time on the chest by Merino. And it's swung into the box and misses everybody. And that was swung in by Mikel, and just seemed to miss everybody there, including Manuel Neuer, as it just rolls wide of the goal. And the goal kick is taken quickly by Manuel Neuer and short to Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt, oh, it's a poor ball by Mittelstadt, and it comes forward now already to Mikel, who turns and tries to get the shot away, but it's blocked. And Rodri then picks up the ball in midfield, and he drops it back there to Nacho, who plays it to Cucurella. Here's Olmo again. Olmo drops it back to Cucurella. We've had 5 minutes of extra time. We are still at 1-1 here. Deadlock at the Mercedes-Benz Arena in Stuttgart. As Rodri is fouled by Wirtz, and Wirtz has to be careful. He's already been caught. He needs to calm down at this point. And the ball is by Ruiz and across to Nacho. Nacho played forward there, and it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper by Torres. Inside the
Cucurella to Ruiz. Now, we appear to have lost Paul for the time being. Technical problems down his end, but Spain are in charge. It's now Carvajal with the ball, and under pressure from Germany. Nice header by Rudiger to clear it out of the goal, but Spain retake it, and the ball has now been passed to, that may have been Rodri, and Rodri now passes back towards Dani Olmo. It's Olmo, just blocked by, I think that might have been Kroos. Spain still managed to hold on to the ball. Here's Olmo again to Cucurella. Cucurella passes back to Olmo, and Spain Spain still managed to have it. Some 96.5 minutes, 6.5 minutes into extra time. I might add. It's Olmo, almost caught out by. I think that was Kimmich. Yes, it was. And now back with Cucurella to Laporte. Laporte passes once again to, I think that might have been Nacho. Yes, it was Nacho. Now back to Laporte. Aymeric Laporte for Spain. He's trying to find. He was trying to find an opening but couldn't. And Germany now Germany now have it back, and we've got Paul back on the line again.
I believe so. Yes, here's Thomas Muller. I am sorry about that. I'm not sure what's happening with the technical gremlins today. Muller takes the throw in quickly, and it comes across here to Wirtz. Wirtz gets the cross in, but it's blocked out that time, and it cleared away. JB is in the house. He says, "Evening, lads. This is a real cracker, this." And indeed it is, JB, as Fabian Ruiz goes down under the pressure there, along with Kroos. Looks like there's been a clash there. Let's just take a look at this, Nick. Oh, it's a late challenge by Anderik. Really, he's responsible for that, isn't it?
Yes, it certainly was. I think one of them might have been in the wrong place at the wrong time, but let me try and say his name right. Anderik was Anderik's challenge very clumsy indeed.
Yeah, well, you have my deepest sympathy, Nick, with name pronunciations. I don't do very well. I don't do very well myself with it, to be honest. As we've just taken a quick, brief look at both goals, JB thinks Germany are to nick it on penalties. So we'll see whether that actually happens. What's your opinion, Nick, at this point? Where do you see this game heading?
Well, we know how good Germany are on penalties, but I'd say it's still too early in extra time to see where this is going.
Well, it's back with Manuel Neuer, and Manuel Neuer's clearance is downfield here. It's Füllkrug who lets it go, and here's Wirtz, and Wirtz sets off Thomas Muller on his way, but that's comfortably dealt with by Cucurella. Well, Thomas Muller's certainly got the footballing brains, but you do wonder about his legs at his age. But he's very dangerous from in and around the penalty area, is Thomas Muller, Germany's current leading goal scorer. As here is Rudiger. Rudiger goes back to the goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer, and he gives the ball there to Anderik. Anderik releases the ball there, and Mittelstadt, and that was nearly a nice turn by Musiala, and Musiala is complaining against Carvajal, and it's a yellow card for Carvajal, and Carvajal is going to miss the next match if Spain go through.
Yes, absolutely. Both teams keep hemorrhaging yellow cards and match bans. Everyone just needs to chill out.
Well, I'll just update you with that. If Spain go through, Lenormand and Carvajal will miss the next match. If Germany go through, Rudiger, Mittelstadt and Anderlecht will miss the next match. So just to keep you updated on that, as here's Muller, finds Musiala. Musiala gets past the defender there, and his cross is spilled by Unai Simeon, and it's released to almost at the back post there to Wirtz, who heads the ball out to the edge of the area, and it was ballooned over the crossbar. If we just look at Musiala here, a change of pace, but it was just too close to Simeon, Nick.
Yes, absolutely. Simon could see where the ball was going, and that was a great use of his hands.
Well, we've got 4 minutes left in the first period of extra time, and we've got the second period to come after that. We'll stay on air during the changeover between the first half of the extra time and the second half, as we've got the physio coming on right now, just to take a look at Ruiz, who looks limping at the moment. It's a tiring old slog out there for these players, especially the ones who've been on since the start. A game played at this pace, it really is a test of one's fitness.
Yes, indeed it is. And you know what they say, only the fittest survive.
Well, he's coming off right now. I don't know if they are going to make a change. Yes, they are. Fabian Ruiz comes off and Joselu comes on. So Fabian Ruiz off and Joselu comes on. We all know how dangerous he is. So we'll see if he can make any impact, as that's that extra substitute that these teams get when the game goes to extra time. We'll see if Germany use theirs at some point. It's cleared downfield by Simeon, headed on by Anderlecht, looking for Fulkrug, but nipping in and winning that ball is Moreno. And it goes back to Simeon in the Spanish goal as he clears the ball downfield, flicked on there by Moreno, and it's to only really as far as Joshua Kimmich, who sends the ball to Anderlecht. Anderlecht claiming he is fouled as the ball goes out of play for a Spain throw-in. As we're looking at losing one of these fantastic sides. Both have performed really well in this game and really well in the tournament as a whole. It's a shame that one of these sides will be going home in the quarterfinal stage. And here's Mikel. Gives the ball there to Marino. Back to Mikel. Mikel, edge of the area, gets a shot away, and it just whistles past Manuel Neuer's goal. Oh, that was so close from Mikel, Nick.
Yes, that certainly was very close from Mikel. He aimed right, but it was just unfortunate that it went the wrong side of the post.
Yeah, goalkeeper chasing this one across to try to make the save, but it's going wide. But Spain coming close as we are ticking down to the first half of extra time. Should be noted that Germany are the oldest team by average age in the tournament. So we just wonder whether that will play heavy on the legs of the German players as we go into the second half of extra time. As it's cleared away by Simeon, flicked on by Mikel. It's won back there that time by Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt plays the ball wide to Kroos. Kroos to Musiala. Here's Anderlecht now. Robert Anderlecht back to Musiala. Musiala across there to Mittelstadt. Back to Kimmich and again to Mittelstadt, who does a 1-2 with Musiala. And it's now with Rudiger. Rudiger just going down the touchline now. Antonio Rudiger down the right-hand side as he pulls the ball back into his own half there. And it's picked up there by Kroos. And once again, back to the goalkeeper. Released that time by Valdemir Anton, who is now on for Germany, Vladimir Anton. We're just trying to see who the substitute was. It wasn't announced. But Vladimir Anton is on. As here come Germany now, and it's inside the penalty area. It's back to Wirtz again with the shot, and it's just wide. Goodness me, Wirtz nearly stole the show there, and he pulled it wide. Scrambling across was Unai Simeon. What a chance!
Yes, certainly a chance again by Wirtz, but that was just very unfortunate to not go in. That could well have been the match winner.
So Kai Havertz was the replacement for Vladimir Anton. Very strange substitution, that one, with possibly penalties looming. He is Germany's penalty taker after all, but the change has been made. And it's cleared downfield, and it's won by Andrich as he heads the ball back into Spain's half of the field. He gets the ball returned. We've got a little bit of head tennis going on here. It's flicked on there by Mikel, but finally Antonio Rudiger puts his foot through it, and it goes out of play for a throw-in, and it is half-time of extra time, and we are still tied at 1-1. And Nick, why don't you give us your thoughts of this excellent match so far?
Well, it certainly picked up in terms of pace. I think Germany, despite their age, are getting closer. Are getting closer to Spain. I think Germany could well snag the match winner before the end of extra time. Although Spain aren't going to give this one up without a fight.
Well, that's certainly true. They've been through this now of Germany. They are. This is a familiar territory for them at this stage of the tournament. They are excellent tournament competitors under normal circumstances. They have really gone downhill in recent years, going out in the first round in two World Cups, the second round in the Euros last time, and well, they are showing now. They are bringing themselves back and showing themselves to once again be one of the top nations in the world. Mike Harneman said, very good game this. Fantastic commentary from you both. Thanks, Mike. Mike will be joining us tomorrow for the England game, England v Switzerland, for their quarterfinal. I'll be on main commentary again for that. Mike will be on co-com. Nick is presenting for that game. And for the game later, join Ross in the commentator's chair, me in the co-commentator's chair, and Nick is presenting that one as well. So we've got lots of great action coming up on the commentary hub for you tomorrow. As Julian Nagelsmann now has said his final team talk for this second half of extra time, which Germany will get underway. And they will be attacking left to right to left. They'll be attacking right to left at the start of the second half. As Rudiger on the field there of Germany do make the semi-final. Of course, he won't be there. Neither will Robert Andrich or Maximilian Mittelstadt. Those are key losses for Germany in this competition. And if they do go through, they will face France or Portugal, which of course is another very, very tough game. Here is Vladimir Anton. He returns the ball to Neuer, who gives it back to Anton, and it's cleared forward and just headed down that time by Carvajal, picked up there by the number 6 for Spain, Merin. The ball is played forward, and it's a cross coming in here, and help brought down there well by Füllkrug. Comes back to Musiala. They're claiming handball. They're all claiming handball, and we're just wondering whether we're going to get a VAR check here. Let's take a look at this. I want to see this again, Nick. Let's see. That's a penalty. That's as blatant a penalty as you're going to see.
Yes, clearly handball. So I would not be surprised if it goes to penalties or indeed VAR. I can see you. And in fact, no, it's not going ahead.
I absolutely cannot believe that. The throw-in is taken quickly. We'll get back to that in a minute. Here's Muller. Muller back to Andrich, and it's now with Musiala. Musiala will get the cross in, but it's right into the hands of Simeon, and that is shocking. We always said there'd be controversy in this game with the Premier League referees and VAR. We've had so much of it recently, but how is that not a penalty, Nick? And Manny is count me in for the England v Switzerland boys. Excellent coverage. Thank you, Manny. We really appreciate your thoughts there. Listening from Australia. Wow, let us know where in Australia and what time it is there. I know most time zones, but I always get confused with Australia. It's now with Rodri. But Nick, we'll come back to that penalty incident in a moment. But more controversy, and that really should have been a penalty in my mind. And it's out now with Cucurella. Cucurella pulls the ball back there to Olmo. Olmo turns away there, gives the ball. The cross coming in by the number 6 there, which is Moreno, but that is a good challenge there by Rudiger. And you can see here the ball is swung across. Really good challenge by Rudiger. And, well, it's a corner to Germany. To Spain. And Germany going to have to mark up tight here. Look at the players that are in there. Rodri is one of them in there. The corner's coming in by Torres. It's headed down by Laporte and cleared away now. And here's Musiala. Can they catch Spain on the break? Here's Wirtz. Wirtz has got Musiala overlapping. Can he find him? He's got him right alongside there. But Wirtz is going on his own. And he finds Füllkrug. And Füllkrug pulls a shot wide. And, well, Germany coming so close. They pulls a shot wide. And you can see it here. Füllkrug just picks up the ball on the edge of the area. Took one step, but his shot is wide in the end. And 1-1. We are still at. We have 11 minutes of extra time left to play. It's 4:20 in Sydney, starting work at 7 a.m. Manny, you're a brave man, and it's really good to have you on here today. Hopefully you can join us for the Switzerland and England game tomorrow, which is at 5 p.m. UK time. We hope the weather's nice there for you in Sydney. Lovely city. By the way, I would love to visit sometime. It's a really nice place. Here's Rudiger. Gives the ball back to the goalkeeper and cleared downfield by Manuel Neuer. And just turning away there is Florian Wirtz. Surely that's a foul. The referee says yes. And it's a free kick and a yellow card. And I'm just trying to see. The yellow card is given to Rodri. So Rodri is currently not on a yellow card. As we try to keep a track on all these yellow cards. There's been so many of them today. And I have to ask you, Nick, are they all justified, do you think?
I'd say not all of them are justified, but I'd say the main talking point will have to be the disputed penalty.
Well, the cross coming in from Muller towards back post. It goes over everybody's head. And Kimmich just comes across and clashes with Cucurella, who's rolling around in a lot of pain, and Kimmich just walking away. I'd like to see that one again. Kimmich looks like he's got a bit of a guilty expression on his face there. Let's just go over and have a look at that on the replay. And it was Cucurella's handball, wasn't it, in the area? Oh, that was a crunching challenge. Well, it was shoulder, but he catches Cucurella in the face. And, that would have hurt, Nick.
Yes, it certainly does. And you can tell by the expression on Kimmich's face that it wasn't intentionally, didn't mean for it to happen. And Cucurella back up on his feet, I'm glad to say.
Yes, he's back up on his feet, and we've got the game is back underway here, and Musiala just loses control that time. Rodri hands the ball to Cucurella. Cucurella tries to play the ball forward, and here's Olmo on the way, the goal scorer. He pulls the ball across to Mikel. And he finds Torres again, and a sliding challenge there. Really good challenge that time. And it comes back to Mikel now. Mikel down this right-hand side to Torres. Torres with a cross towards the back post, and Rudiger heads it up in the air. And Kimmich heads the ball out of play, heads the ball towards Florian Wirtz, and Wirtz plays it off Cucurella, and it goes out of play. And the throw-in is taken quickly, and it's Thomas Muller. Oh, he couldn't find Nicholas Füllkrug because he was in an offside position, and Füllkrug couldn't get back in time. But here's Mikel now for Spain. He's got a bit of space in front of him, Mikel. He might fancy the shot. He does, Mikel, but he puts it wide. And, Kroos is just remonstrating with Rodri. And, you can see Julian Nagelsmann now letting them know how he feels. Pulls that ball wide there, does Mikel. But do you see this goal? We've got 8 minutes until potentially penalties, Nick. Do you see this game going that far, or do you think either one of these two teams could steal it as another player goes into the yellow card list? I'm not quite sure who it is, but somebody's gone in the book. Trying to find out who that was. Oh, it might be the coach, Julian Nagelsmann, because he was screaming something at the referee. But we'll wait for confirmation on that. Toni Kroos still down. As we take a look at potentially the penalty appeal here, I think it is. I actually think it may not have been given. This is my take on this, Nick. It may not have been given because I wonder if the ball landed on Füllkrug's arm. I wonder whether that's the reason why it wasn't given. But I don't remember a free kick being given. To me, that was a penalty. That's just my opinion for what it's worth. And now the game's going to get back underway here, as Dennis Undav was the man shown the yellow card. So Dennis Undav was the one shown the yellow card. He must have said something, Nick.
Yes, he might well have done, but that would have been a real shock if it was if it was Julian Nagelsmann. But he might have said something that we couldn't see. But why don't such people learn to watch their mouth?
Well, it doesn't help anything with all these yellow cards being given. As here is Olmo. Olmo, scorer of the Spanish goal, down the right-hand side. He just pulls the ball back here. And, just going down there. And the ball breaks loose to Olmo again. Olmo tries to play the ball into the middle. And finally, it's intercepted that time by Anderlecht. And it's cleared away by Kimmich. But it's a poor clearance by Kimmich. It comes back to Olmo. And here's... on the ball there is the number 6 for Spain, Moreno. And, that's a nasty challenge there on Olmo. And the referee says play on. And it's cleared downfield. And Florian Wirtz just chasing this one back with Nacho covering. He just goes back to the goalkeeper. And I have to say, Nick, I don't know about you. I'm not sure if Anthony Taylor's refereeing today. We haven't had the opportunity to talk about it. There's been a lot of, I think, of unnecessary yellow cards. But also there seems to be something else going on now. And I think in a lot of ways he seems to have almost lost control of this game. Yes,
I'll have to say so too. But I don't think it's him. I think it's actually, but I don't think it's him. I think it's actually English referees that that handled this really poorly. If this was done under a referee from another nationality, this game would have been dealt with a lot more efficiently.
I have to admit, I cringed when I heard Stuart Atwell was in VAR. And the Spanish fans are looking on somewhat concerned themselves. And in the midst of all of that, the German fans also with a look of concern on their face. This is a worrying time at the moment. It's just been such a tense game. And there's Mittelstadt, gives the ball to Anderlecht. Anderlecht to Kimmich. Kimmich launches the ball in the box and going down there. Oh, and it almost goes all the way in the net. And Unai Simon had to be sharp there. Fulkrug going down under the challenge, but Kimmich's ball in. Yes, it was a touch by Fulkrug actually, but that's good goalkeeping because sometimes that type of ball into the box, it really is into that corridor of uncertainty, and sometimes the goalkeepers can be caught out with that. But good work by Simeon, Nick.
Yes, absolutely, very good. Yes, absolutely, very good work by Unai Simon. Justifies why I gave him my player of the match from earlier.
Well, as we are closing in on a penalty shootout, 3 minutes to go. I don't want to speak too early. I mean, we may well get a winner yet. We've already seen a last-minute goal in this game in normal time by Florian Wirtz. And if it does go to penalties, Germany have got some strong penalty takers out there. Spain have taken Williams off, Yamal off, and also Morata off. So I just wonder whether De La Fuente is regretting that decision now.
Could well be.
Well, we'll see how all this plays out. The ball is played downfield and goes all the way through to the goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer. Neuer just holding the ball up and finally releases it to Anton. Voldemir Anton gets the ball back, gets a second bite at the cherry and clears it downfield and out of play. And Spain now have a throw-in. It's midway inside the German half of the field. So they're going to see if they can mount maybe one more attack on this game to see if they can snatch it themselves in the last minute of extra time. We'll see how all this plays out. It's very, very exciting. We want to thank you very much for joining us. It's been a privilege to commentate on this game, really. Here's Kroos, heads it up into the air, and he loses it, does Kroos, and he loses it to Mikel. And here's Fernandes, and that's a good challenge that time by Mittelstadt. But the ball breaks loose to Carvajal. Across to Cucurella. He's about 35 yards out. Cucurella to Olmo. Olmo swings the ball in, and there's a header, and it's in! And a goal! And it is in the net, and it is Merino who has scored the winner in the last minute of extra time. Oh, that is incredible for Spain and heartbreaking for Germany. Oh, they've stole it in the last minute of extra time, Nick. What about that? It was a free header, though. That sort of defending is going to get you punished. And it is a goal for Spain. Kroos can't believe it. The Germany fans can't believe it. There's some of them almost in tears there. And, well, Rudiger, who answers to that? It is very, very poor defending.
Yes, indeed. Well deserved by Spain. Lovely free kick by Rodri. Merino was in the right place at the right time. I don't think anyone even saw that he was there. No, in fact, it was Olmo with the free kick. I do apologise, but like I said, no one really knew whether Merino was there or not. But it doesn't matter, and Germany have been severely punished.
Well, I think Rudiger probably should have been picking him up there. Manuel Neuer, no chance. Mike says Spain deserve it for him overall. But it is the goal scored by Merino and Toni Kroos size Germany. Now, this could, of course, be his last game. Toni Kroos, as German fans, German players with heads in their hands. And this could be it now for Spain. They conceded a last-minute goal in normal time. Germany conceded a last-minute goal in extra time. And that is the goal, I think, that's going to send Spain through to the semi-finals to face France or Portugal in Munich. As the ball is played long, Germany looking for an equaliser. And Kimmich just drops the ball back to Kroos. Kroos goes long. We're in stoppage time now. There's 3 minutes of stoppage time given by our referee, Anthony Taylor, as the ball goes out of play. Germany will argue that they should have had a penalty, but at the end of the day, I don't buy into excuses on refereeing decisions, regardless of whether or not that should have been a penalty. That also should have been defended, but here's a chance now. The ball breaks loose to the edge of the area, and it's shot by Kimmich, and it's blocked. It's hooked back into the area again and cleared away almost to the halfway line. Robert Andrich just tries to pick it up. And the ball is played forward now to Torres. And Torres is in one-on-one. Will he punish Germany here? Fabian Torres! He pulls it wide. And, well, it still remains at 2-1. But Germany nearly caught out there, Nick.
Yes, they certainly were nearly caught out. But unfortunately for Alvaro Morata, who's just been booked, he misses the next match.
Well, the ball launched into the penalty area. They're claiming handball. Fabian Ruiz has also been booked. He doesn't miss the next game. But as Nick rightly pointed out, Morata does, as that's picked up by Manuel Neuer. As time now desperately ticking down. It's last chance saloon for Germany now. And here goes Wirtz. Florian Wirtz cuts into the middle. And it's back to Toni Kroos. And the ball is crossed in here. And it's headed on by Füllkrug, and it's just wide. Oh, Füllkrug comes so close to levelling it. And, well, we have had goalmouth action right to the last here. Look at this cross. It was a beautiful cross. And it's just wide. It was Muller's cross. And, well, oh, should Füllkrug have hit the target there? If he had, it would have been 2-2.
Yes, that certainly would have been. I'd have to say that was the last chance for Germany to equalise. And as I speak, right now, it's all over.
Yes, it's full time here. And Spain will go through to the semi-final to face France or Portugal in Munich. And, well, it's been one of those days, hasn't it? It's Germany who will go out in the end. And actually, no, I apologise. It is not full time. I thought it was. It's not. Joe Smoke enjoying this fact that Spain have won, or are winning, I should say. It will be just about over. I thought it was over before, actually, but it's not. And it's going to be, the game is going to continue. It's a free kick for Spain. The German fans now, I think they've just about accepted the reality of this. We're in the 5th minute of stoppage time, so I think full time is going to come any minute now. And here is Rodri. Rodri plays it into the corner, where it's going to be taken into the corner there by the number 9, Joselu. But Germany win the ball back. And is there time for one last rush by the German front line? As here comes a good ball by Mittelstadt to Musiala. And Musiala was bundled over by Carvajal. And Carvajal, I think, has been booked already, hasn't he? He has. It's going to be a red card. Carvajal goes off, so he will miss the next game. And it's a red card for Carvajal. And Spain are down to 10 men. And, well, second yellow card for Carvajal. I don't think it's really going to matter, to be honest, unless Germany can create something magical from this free kick. But Carvajal is being sent off the field now for a second yellow card, and Spain down to 10 men. Maybe he felt it's one he has to take, but he will miss the next game, will Carvajal. And, well, he looks rather shocked, but I'm not surprised. You agree with that?
I would have to, yes, I would have to agree. He was going to miss the next game anyway. But that red card, kind of expected.
And the free kick is taken in, and the goalkeeper Unai Simon takes it. Manuel Neuer was up there as well, but it's full time now. And Spain have beaten the hosts 2-1 and eliminated Germany from this competition. And Spain will go through to the semi-finals to take on Portugal or France in Munich. As the German players fall to their knees, no one can deny the effort by Germany. They've put in a tremendous performance today, and they really have won back a lot of the respect that they've lost over the last 12 to 18 months. And there's Tony Kroos. It's his last game. He won't play football again now. And how will Germany cope with the loss of Tony Kroos? They've looked such a good team and such a better performance in this tournament because of Tony Kroos. But he has played his last game for Germany now. It's the end of an era for him. It's the end of an era for Germany. But they do have some fantastic players coming through, you, Frank, including Florian Wirtz. Let's get your final assessment of this game, Nick, before we wrap up.
Well, what a game it was. I didn't think it was going to go into extra time. Or even penalties. It looked like it was going to go to penalties, but Marino just stole it at the last moment, and also take nothing away from Spain. They have improved significantly since Qatar, and they could well be the dark horses to win this tournament.
Well, just looking at the yellow cards, 7 yellow cards, 8 if you include the second one. For Spain, and 7 for Germany. That's probably the record for this competition, I would say. But we are at full time here, and it's Spain that advanced to the semi-finals to take on Portugal or France in Munich. At this point, I want to thank you, the listener, for listening to our commentary today and for staying to the end. We definitely appreciate your time. We know that you can do pretty much a lot of other things you could be doing with your day. So we appreciate you spending your valuable time with us. But it's tomorrow. We have 2 games for you on the Commentary Hub. We have England versus Switzerland. Join myself for that one with Mike on COCOM, Nick hosting. And later on that evening, we've got Netherlands and Turkey with Ross in the hot seat this time. I'll be in COCOM, Nick is presenting. But in the meantime, thank you very much for joining us. It's Spain's Day today. Bye for now.